The world always changes. But one thing is still the same. Even the strongest pass through Oz Gate. So when you fight with honor. Because cowards die forgotten. And we make the world. On the other side.
It's not a matter of if. When will you pass through?
Bravo!
Nice new intro there.
Oh my god.
Steve, that was great.
Steve!
How's that
Archonia.
amazing intro? Thank you.
Let me put my audio back the way it's supposed to be now, so you guys don't have to hear everything that happens.
No more robotic. Dr. Robotic.
Mr. Roboto.
All right. Well, welcome to the first episode of Shadows of Archonia 2 in 2025.
Woo!
This is episode 48. And where's the music at? How about this one? Oh, we're not getting it on stream. Probably. Like I was saying before, welcome to Shadows of Archonia 2. This is our weekly Worlds Without Number live stream campaign. Or is it? Is it still Worlds Without Number? This guy's built a full Stars Without Number character.
Pretty
This guy's
much.
got some Cities Without Number stuff in his build now. And so everything's very without number.
I'm still Worlds Without Number.
Yeah. Yeah, what game even is it? That's the question.
What are we even playing? Who are you?
What's going on? Have I met you guys before? Anyway, yeah, we're here. I'm Steve Boshier, and
Hi, Steve Boshier.
Hi.
if you want to talk to us, come join our Discord. If you want to pay us, join our Patreon. You know the drill. Let's have the character introductions.
Who are you?
My name's Alan. I'll be playing the new and improved Eddie Bones. Ready for Bone Zone Part 2. With rights and everything. So I don't know. There's a lot we need to get through. But Eddie just hit a stone, and now he's a new guy. Your turn.
I'll take
Now
the
he's
torch.
guy. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Yuri. I am playing the heroic legate, Admiral Sally One-Eye.
Oh, sorry.
Howdy, y'all. I am Maxwell Durban. I am playing Corinthian Briar, as well as a little boy lost in a stone, about to hatch into a god. We'll get to that later.
Like a butterfly. Or a moth.
He's in a rock, right?
I'm more of a annoying.
I'm Matt, and I am playing... Who am I playing now?
Who the fuck are you?
Atsarius Trupane.
Ow!
We've just been swapping characters around on different
I did
games.
watch this, but
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Got my pipe back, got my flute back, got my character.
We got Matt back, y'all.
All kinds
Yeah.
of crazy stuff ready
Matt.
to go. I am still even more wizardy wizard and a little bit extra that we'll find out later.
Let's go.
If it's Star Trek, get get demoted to captain. The admirals are evil bastards or incompetent.
Who's
Yeah.
who say we're not evil?
Not at all evil.
And who's to say I'm not incompetent?
No,
Actually, she is incompetent.
he's right. Because if you look at Captain Kirk got promoted to admiral and immediately got demoted to captain, and then Captain Picard got promoted to admiral and then left Starfleet. All the admirals are bad guys.
There's been a lot of bad
After
admirals.
Janeway.
Yeah.
Janeway was bad
Was she?
from the start.
No, I disagree.
We don't have 5 hours to.
Yes,
Oh
we do.
my god.
Why? But yes, she was.
You're, the one
You're right,
who
we don't have
liked
5
it.
hours. We do have 2.
Anyway, yeah, so we've got a lot to recap here. I'm going to go ahead and turn the music.
Please do, because I haven't been here in like 6 months.
Well, you were here for 2 weeks.
Yeah, it should
but-
be enough.
A month ago.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
All right. So, yes, January was in a badly written show. I agree. That's a real problem.
No, that was my gateway track. Don't dog it.
Loser.
I will say something nice about Voyager. It had the best high concept ideas of any Star Trek.
Hey, where else can you get lizard babies?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna move right on. So, yeah. We got the chat congratulating you guys on becoming legates. We'll get to that in a minute.
Thank you.
So the recap is we're in episode 48. You guys discover ways back that Asarius is a 2 million year old wizard trapped in the body of a fox.
Old man.
Yeah. A lot has been going on in those 2 million years, but the short version is he was cursed to be a fox because he tried to kill all the gods in existence. It's a very complicated mind control.
Casual.
Just casually. The little book is under your
They
chin.
deserved it.
Yeah.
They're all assholes.
The magnet.
Well, at the time, that was the. Anyway, so the spell that he cast was something that was supposed to spread, essentially a cult that followed Asarius at the time out to more and more people. The plan was gods can be killed when they are weak enough, but they are always reborn. When they're reborn, they're no more powerful than a regular mortal until they discover their godhood. So the plan is we trap these gods in these little stones. But in order to do this, because we don't know when or where they will be reborn, could be next week, could be in 100 years, could be in 1,000,000 years, we don't know. He created this spell that spreads like an infection. And it mind controls people, but only when they discover that someone is a god. And then they will take that person to the nearest Omnium Bind Stone. Well, it didn't work out. A lot of things went.
I mean, it was brilliant on paper.
It was brilliant on paper, and it almost worked. Also, almost destroyed all of existence back in Campaign 1. Spoilers for that.
Oops.
And
Ooh.
now we're here, 2 million years later. The world is back to normal. A lot of the gods from back then have left. The trio of death goddesses are now basically in charge. But the spell that Matt casts that lives in everyone, or that Asarius casts that lives in everyone's brain has become sentient and is trying to take over the world. He already has about 60-something% of everyone.
It's the STD that never stops giving.
Oh no.
Well, actually, it's only transmitted through birth. Like, you have to get it from your parents, or you have to accept it willingly through a ritual. So it's not exact. I guess if children are an STD, which some people say, not me.
Lizard babies, others. No, that was an episode in Voyager.
Hey, is that someone you know? If not, you got a big fan in the YouTube chat.
Oh, that's my mom. My Madre.
I almost said it to your mom. I wasn't sure.
Hi, Madre.
So, 2 million years, this guy's become sentient. He's taken over the world. No one could find out who was infected or how to defeat this spell that Asarius created all these years ago. You guys have finally discovered, with the help of Teacher and Abraxio, that the reason that even the most powerful gods and wizards could not locate destiny in these people's brains is because he was only partially made of magic. He was also partially made of technology, a high level of technology that is forgotten in the world today. Basically, magically powered nanites that mind control people. That's an oversimplification of it, but it's very complex and fancy.
I tell you, it was brilliant.
It was brilliant. Speeding things along here, Asarius ended up trapped on another planet called Nebulon. Anon Beck, who was traveling with you, is also on that planet, but further trapped inside one of the Omnium Bindstones, because he's a god, which he didn't know until recently.
I did not know. Well, even Max did not know. So I was surprised.
My man came to me with, I have a memory gap. Please fill in my memory gap for me. I said, all right.
Just remember you did this to yourself.
I did this to myself.
You gave so much power to someone who already has absolute power, Max.
Ooh.
Yeah. So what you guys have now that you didn't before are, you have the means to detect people who are infected. You have Corinthian Briar, former minion of Destiny, but now has discovered that he may have the power to cure people of the infection. At least he did it to one person, which was Mock the Ermine.
That's right.
What you learned about that was...
I don't know about that, right?
I don't think you've been told.
Yeah.
But what Teacher surmised about it was that it was because of Mock and all Ermine's connection to chaos magic, Destiny always had a weaker grip on them. It was also pointed out when Sally realized the connection that the council of powerful mortals that keep the gods in check is currently being held hostage by two of its own members, Zaylin and Throck. Zaylin, who is the Chaos Lord, and Throck, who is another Erman, also heavily aligned with chaos magic. It may be possible, if you could somehow get Corinthian to wherever they are, that they could be cured of destiny as well.
Yeah.
Other
Oh
council
shit,
members...
that's right.
We gotta get some. So expensive. Other council members are not infected as far as you know, but Brock has infinite strength, so one's enough, and he's got two. Fortunately, the Archons, the angelic beings who work under the gods, have been missing for 10,000 years, have made contact with you guys. Turns out Eddie's one of their sleeper agents. And they have been holed up on a planet called Nebulon, which has extremely advanced technology. And they've been over there trying to figure out how to break Destiny. They didn't even know Destiny was tech, but they happened to be on Nebulon anyway. And further, they informed you guys that your ship, the Wayfarer, which was flying, can in fact fly in space. Now that Teacher has repaired the apparatus, it will hold an atmosphere around itself. And you guys, literally, all you have to do is just fly up, and you can go to Nebulon. Except for you, you're already there.
Already there.
Because magic. So, the plan is, go to Nebulon, crack Destiny, come back, cure everyone. Right? Except that wasn't the plan. The plan was, go to Lowlight, steal a red stone, try and figure out how to get Asarius out of it, and your biggest immediate problem is you've got a fleet of other ships and captains standing ready to help you with that plan, which is no longer necessary because Asarius escaped on his own and is on another planet. So
Abort.
Yeah, you've got gnomes building surface-to-air missile launchers for you. You've got giants standing ready with their giant dragon-slaying weapons and all their artifacts to put the dragons to sleep. You've got the elves ready to sneak in and steal the stone as soon as the dragons are distracted or asleep. You've got the Ermin ready to just fight anything you say.
That's true.
And the dwarves are around. I don't know that the dwarves had much to do in this plan, but...
We need satellite phones.
Well, you have the sending stones that
Yeah.
you can talk to the other ships with, and the Quittercon that can translate. You have one per ship that can translate the languages for you guys. But that's where we're coming in What you were traveling with Teacher. She just got recalled digitally off the planet. She was an AI, and as she left, her body opened up, and her central core, her heart, came out, floated up in the air, having been transmuted remotely into a magical stone, an enhancement orb that will give you guys new powers. You all just touched it. You also touched a different one on Nebulon, which the Archons, because the Archons sent help, the Archons presented to you. So, that's the scene we find you guys in. You're on the Wayfarer, standing over the collapsed, open shell of Teacher, touching something that basically looks like the Lochnar but isn't. And now you guys have all become legates. So here's what's gonna happen. Sally, why do you think Sally One-Eye is such an incredible fighter? What is the source of that?
I would say it is her desire to protect what's hers. And whether or not that's family, friends, crew, or her possessions, that gives her the motivation to keep fighting against all odds, against dragons, against an enemy she can't even see, that she doesn't even understand because she can't read. So, yeah.
Well, as you touch this orb, you feel the intensity coming from it. That it feels like the intensity that you experience inside yourself when you are in a fight. When someone is coming to try and harm you or your friends, and you go into full combat mode and you start missing shots. But also just like clocking people so hard that they don't get up again. It feels like that. It doesn't feel like magic. It feels like an emotion, like a rage, but a controlled, expert rage. It feels like your own, but bigger and more of it. It comes into your body, and all of a sudden, it's like sounds become clearer, sights become sharper, things that are around you have a more precise sense of everything. And in that way where a person can look at something and know whether or not they could lift it or break it. Everything here gets a lot easier for you to lift or break. Your body doesn't really change, but you somehow connect to a legacy that is in the universe. The idea of being the strongest warrior has taken root in your body. And you know this immediately, instinctively. Corinthian.
Yes.
You're in a weird place, emotionally and mentally. You recently found out that the creed you believed in was in fact a sentient, magical tyrant who mind controlled you, caused you to gouge out your own eyes with a knife, replaced your eyes with extra special mind control orbs, and was trying to use you to further his plans. You were broken free of his control. I wouldn't say against your will, but probably faster than you would have done on your own. You have kicked and bit at anyone who's tried to help you in any way. And eventually it came to the head where, whether you wanted it or not, they had to stop you from communing with this creature. And they did. You now have empty sockets where your eyes should be, where once you had
Sorry.
crystals.
Right.
And on top of the physical violation, you found out that what was essentially your god, or at least the ideal you believed in, is a monster. You have the power to take steps in the opposite direction, and you have a little bit. You cured Mock of his infection by destiny, and Teacher has encouraged you to continue doing so. Try and figure out how to cure the humans as well. You've expressed a desire to return home to try and put right what you made wrong there. But all of this just happened. It was essentially today, the last day or two. So when you touch this orb, what you connect with is something that I don't think you expected. You have always presented yourself as a wise man. This is how you built the cult of Tekoa around Linnermere. You are a sage. And you've felt recently that your wisdom was lacking, that you're not that, that you've been a fool. But when you touch this orb, you feel all of the confidence and trust that you have always had in the idea of peace and unity and making decisions with wisdom and faith in your fellow mortals. You feel a lot of that come flooding back to you. And similarly to Sally, with that fighting spirit, it feels like your own. You've been missing it. And here it is. The man that you are does not conform perfectly to any archetypes the way Sally does as a warrior. But there's enough of the wise man, of the sage in you, that you can connect to that. And the seer as well. This man that can look at a person or a situation and tell you what's going to happen. Not always magically, but just because you understand. And that floods into you. And I would say your character's heart is yours to define. But there is for you here a greater sense of centering and of self and of confidence in yourself. That what Destiny took and used was not something he gave you, but something that was always in you that he tried to steal. And now you have it back. Eddie Bones. Everything about you has gone wrong. You were a hunter, and then you got almost killed by an animal. You were supposed to be a werewolf, but you gained control of it too easily. You were supposed to be an Arcanite, but the lycanthropy stopped that from working. You spent many years praying to your goddess, and you haven't mentioned her in weeks now. Whatever's going on with you is really complicated. There's two things you definitely own. An Arcanite and a werewolf. The Archons are not here. Not a single one of them, other than One Eye, is anywhere on this planet. They're in space. Most of them, planet Nebula. When you touch this orb, you connect with two things. The primal urgency of the beast and the advanced, beyond advanced, mental powers of those beyond. All of the competing magical forces within you stop and convert. You are still the same person, but the abilities that you have sort of whirl and transform. You are now much more under your own control than you were. Lycanthropy notwithstanding, you feel that your healing and this sense of soothsaying, seeing the future that you have been experiencing, are connected now. They're tied together. You realize that the true power that you have is your mind. Your mind is so powerful that it can reshape biological material and it can pierce the veil of the future. That's what's been happening anyway. And now for sure, your healing is part of it. And you feel called away from Archonia itself. This second connection, this second thing that you connected to is the beyond. You feel a tie to where the Archons are above the sky. Asarius.
Yep.
What part of your fox body do you use to touch this orb they present you with?
My paw. The right one.
You've had a problem for a long time.
Which one?
Well, let's make a list.
The beer drinking.
The beer drinking has been a problem.
The problem recently has been that you can't remember all the things you used to know. Your original mortal life was during the second age of Archonia. We are now in the fourth. It is 2 million years later. You know that during that original time that you lived in, Archonia was a very different place. You lived in the golden age of the Empire of Archonia, when science and magic both were at their height because there was global peace. All races were living in harmony, working together, and this lasted for 1 million years. So by the time you came along, they had starships and they had wizards with 12th level spells. And both of these things together. But you can't remember how any of it worked. Because for the last 2 million years, you've been in the body of a fox who couldn't talk. And a good chunk of that time, hundreds of thousands of years, you were living wild in the forest.
And before that, in a cage.
And before that, in a cage. Your mind came and went a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
And your memory now is Swiss cheese. Or it was. When you touch this enhancement orb, all of it comes back. The orb knows that this fox isn't who you actually are. It connects you with the idea of being somebody so incredibly intelligent and devious and dangerous that he had to be put in the body of a fox just to put the tiniest bit of a check on his power. You remember how you made destiny. You remember how to program a computer, how to build a nanite, how to cast an array of 12th level spells that weave together into an indetectable mind control virus that never ends. And all of the other things from your old life are back. This enhancement orb didn't enhance you. It just put your mind back the way it was anyway. And I think from your perspective, this legacy that everyone is connecting to is the legacy of the people who used to exist, who were like you.
That's gonna take me some time to process. I feel like he would have casually touched it, but then came back from it completely overwhelmed.
You immediately understand the following information. If you're going to interact with the programming, the software of Destiny,
Yeah.
you're going to need a cranial jack and some kind of deck.
I remember those.
Also, you know this. Despite remembering all of that, some of it's now useless because the magic has changed.
Yes. Yeah, it's like a whole new language.
Yep. So, let's stick with Asarius to start with.
Oh.
What are you going to do? Remember, you have spoken with an Archon here, Lantern Archon, named Cyclone,
Yeah.
and you have Renly with you.
Yeah. Can you remind me, is his stone still here? Or do I have
Yeah,
Max?
Eric's
Eric's?
or Annenbeck's stone is still there. In fact, let me put his name tag up because I'm sure you're about to go talk to him. Yeah, his stone is. I think it's not where you are right now, or maybe it is. Since you want to touch this enhancement orb, you might be right next to his stone.
Yeah. I think what really happens after I touch the stone is, even though all that information came back, I can't process it. I still am limited by the physical limitations of my brain, and it just takes me probably a whole hour to even realize just to go through a lot of the memories and be like, I can't believe that happened. It really truly is. And I do go back to some of the pleasant times too, with family that took me in and all that stuff. And then eventually I snap out of it and I'm like, I have so much to do. And first I go over to Annen's crystal. And I think I just stare in there for a minute. Not even sure what to say, but eventually I say, I think I know what to do now to get you out and to stop all of this.
About fucking time. I'm laying down with Ilnir on my chest. Ilnir is going to be the inverse of what Renly looks like. So if Renly looks like a white fox, this will be a black fox.
Well, sorry, it's the white fox. Renly.
Sorry, Asarius. Asarius, not Renly. My bad.
I took Renly off your name tag, by the way, since I basically always play him.
Yeah,
instead.
you play it, yeah. He's his own creature now, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is what Lorien Annenbeck III or Eric Agier is doing as you come in. Well, it's about fucking time. What you got in mind?
Well, I'm gonna need some tools, and I think we're in the right place to get some. I need to find.
Brilliant.
I'm sensing a lot of impatience and attitude from you, Pickle.
No, me impatient. Come on. Yes, of course I'm impatient. I've been sitting in here for what feels like forever. Well, I shouldn't be telling you.
how long?
You understand.
Yeah, how long have you been in there?
Forever.
Yeah, and for reals? Does it feel like forever to you?
Yes.
Try being in a cage for well over 500,000 years.
All right, don't need to one-up me on this one. I'm just telling you how I feel. Gods. Yes, I'm impatient. Ilnir here is actually keeping me company.
Oh, good. I'm glad you have replaced me as your pet fox.
I can't very well pet you, and that would be weird.
You did in the past.
Oh, I didn't know you were you.
Anywho.
You know what? Let's get some Nebula.
So what do you have in mind?
Man, I don't even know how to explain it to you.
Trust me, I've lived quite some time, and
He is the only party member older than you.
I am pretty sure I can
But do
understand.
you have all the memories of your history?
I don't have every part of them. The memory that just sparked was, I believe it was the last reincarnation where I was seeing a lot of technology around me. So there's at least a bit of understanding for programming.
Okay, so you do understand what, like, how do I put this in today's words? Like programming?
Oh,
and-
programming, yeah.
Okay, and computers?
Yes.
Okay, good, all right.
For the most part. I wasn't, in my last life, I wasn't the most genius when it came to
Your last one?
my last life.
2 lives ago.
2 lives ago. Apologies. I'm sorry if my memory is fuzzing after dying so many times.
You guys are just 2 old bastards that don't remember shit.
I can't remember every time I saved Alan's character.
Well, anyway, the problem we've been facing this whole time so far is that this whole thing is not just magic. It's based in the physical technology. It refines the magic into like a physical tech that needs to be part of the manipulation. And so,
No, right, I got that much.
okay, great. So the plan is I need to find the right components and I remember everything.
Have you tried doing like a cranial jack and trying to like hook into the actual orb itself?
Have you tried not being a dick?
Listen, I feel like I'm finally at your level when it comes to just recalling a lot of this information. So, excuse me if I finally don't feel like the dumbass in this relationship.
No, you've come a long way, and I'm honestly very proud of you.
Wow. Hey, I'm proud of you.
Cyclone comes in. And
Was that scary guy?
he says, I saw you through the window touch the orb. Did it work?
Yes. Not exactly how I imagined it would, but it has definitely helped a lot.
Okay.
Hello. Any chance to get me out?
I put my hat over your rock.
Yes, Lord, we are working. The enhancement orb we thought might help Asarius figure out something.
Oh, brilliant.
I do know what to do now.
Fantastic.
At least where to start, since the magic has been rewritten from my time when I created all this. And I'm gonna need some stuff from you.
Okay. What do you need?
So in my time, there was sort of a cranial jack. It was called a cranial. It's basically a thing that allows you to tap directly into interface with computers and technology. Are these words?
We do understand. We ruled during the Second Age.
Okay.
I'm older than you. I understand that technology is a thing. We don't use it much. Part of the reason we had to come looking for it. Cranial jack, yes. I believe we have the equipment to make one.
Okay. Then we'll have to start with that. And then I will also need some sort of like cyber deck or basically a small computer that I can use to activate commands and hack.
Give me a no plus intelligence on this.
Why am I not seeing no? Is there no? Notice?
KNOW? What sheet are you using?
Oh, oh my god, I don't know why I couldn't see it. Never mind. I found it. I'm a dork.
By the way, here I'm putting in 4 coins for 4 people touching in hand.
Natural 20.
Yo, let's go!
Right off the bat.
Let's go!
Plus 5.
So I'm the only one that remembers that you don't roll a d20 for skill checks. In the
Oh! I feel like an idiot.
Yes, you're the only one who remembers. Damn it, what a waste of energy.
Oh no! We'll give you all the coins for that stupidity.
25? No.
Roll a couple of fixes right now.
10.
10 on the die.
No, 10 total.
Okay.
Half of natural 20.
You do have coins. I don't know how many are in there. I just added 4. The higher this roll is, the better it is for you.
I'll spend coins.
We've got a decent amount. 1 for sure.
Make it 11.
That's 11.
Are you trying to remember something?
I don't know what I'm doing.
You're trying to. You were discussing the equipment that you need.
Oh,
and
yes.
You're trying to process an idea about it.
Yes. So
Okay.
this is kind of important. Would you guys be willing to do 1 or 3 for 2 points to make it a 12?
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah. 3's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Yeah. There's lots of coins in there, so 12.
12? 12's pretty good. You don't need a cyber tech.
Oh.
You are from an age when magic and technology were used together in tandem. The crystal that you are wearing around your neck is your cyber tech.
Oh.
It always has been.
Oh. That's
Pull up the stuffy.
what? Oh.
Oh.
Oh yeah, the little.
Oh!
What do you guys
Walk by
see
your
it?
name tag.
Ugh. Camera's weird.
Here.
It's a lapis lazuli crystal.
You can mentally interface with that crystal.
Wow.
If you have a cranial jack, but that also does not need to be surgical. You are going to need them to make something for you, but you know now how to tell them to make it so that it can just be placed on your head and interface with your brain.
Can I put it in my hat? Great. Okay. That is a very big piece of information. Well, that saves me a whole step. So I'm asking them to make this thing, or do I have to make it?
You don't. I mean, you use Renly to make it.
Yeah.
But either way, they're telling you they have the equipment, they know how. But
Okay.
you have to tell them how to make it so that it magically interfaces with your brain, and you don't have to drill a hole in your skull.
I would love that.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't think there's a single cyber dock on this planet or any planet right now.
As far as that goes,
Island.
you actually haven't seen anyone here other than Archons.
Hmm.
Which is weird,
That is weird.
because they've told you flat out that they didn't build this installation. You've also noticed that there are no doors to the outside in any of the places you've seen. There are windows you can see out. I think last time you asked about the environment, and it's green grass, blue sky, but you've been inside the whole time.
That's a very interesting. Yeah.
But we're gonna cut back to.
So sorry, one last thing.
Yeah.
Can I send Ilnir out to that material plane and then do Bearer of the Name to spend an effort for this game session to create a writ that I want to call Eyes of the Hound, so I may observe through Ilnir. No.
I'm sorry. The whole thing with Ilnir is you were only able to send. Well, sort of, depending on what you mean. But I think the whole thing with Ilnir is you were only able to dismiss him or summon him into the stone. What you can't do is send him out of the stone on the same material plane you're in.
Yeah.
We send him back to the Fey world where he's
Feyworld.
from. So your writ would work. You'd be able to see through his eyes, but he'd be in the Fey realm, or with you.
Damn.
Yeah. It's almost
Disregard.
like you're in a god prison.
Disregard, yeah.
It's almost like no gods have ever escaped these before.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I hate saying no on the very
No,
first one.
it's okay. It's okay. I forgot about that. It's all right. It's all good.
And then the last thing I do is like, let's get to work on this thing, and then comes the montage of us working.
Absolutely, yeah. Now we'll cut back to Archonia. Eddie, Sally, and Corinthian. What do you think you're up to?
Well, this is right after us touching the stone, right?
It's right after you touch the stone.
For flavor, I just want to say after Eddie touches the stone, he automatically switches to his werewolf form after
Okay.
hitting it. But now all of his fur, instead of black, it's white now.
Oh, you skipped gray. You just
So-
went straight to white.
So I'm white. Eddie the White.
I like how
Eddie the White.
I like how for the second campaign in a row, the very same night I put up a new intro, you change your character's appearance. Literally every time.
So now all of his fur and hair is white now after hitting it. And I guess I kind of get flown back. I don't really know exactly what's happened, but I just know that. Do I get any memories? Do I get any memories that I've lost, or am I still the same Eddie?
You're still the same guy. You haven't lost any memories.
Okay, but I'm just trying to figure out because of these psychic abilities I now have. Am I just casting the spell like how I am usually, or is just, or do I have certain knowledge of something that I've never seen before?
You have an instinctive understanding of how to use your new abilities. You essentially can reach out with your mind and change people's bodies or repair people's bodies. Or similarly to what you've been doing, you can reach out with your mind and pierce the future.
Okay, well, after I recover for a second, I look over to, and I just Captain, Corinthian, are you okay? I don't even realize that I'm white now. I'm just like looking at you guys like I'm white.
Like, never felt bad. Hey, what happened to you?
What?
There's something in us that has changed, I feel.
You guys feel different too, right?
I feel clearer, more clarity, more
Yes. I do
precise. If that's
reinvigorated, I would put.
What? How did we get that stone again? Like, who gave it to us?
It came out of teacher's chest. It was essentially her CPU.
So his teacher, so teacher's still there,
yeah, her shell is still there and
But-
it's kind of floating above her. Yeah.
but that's it, right?
what happens to the orb once we all touch it? Does it go away? Does it disappear? Does it fall?
It's floating there, but it's kind of dim. Its light has gone out. I think 3 people using it was as much as it could handle.
And say, Captain, I think
I think teacher gave us some gifts.
Yeah, Green Gertie is in the room, but she didn't touch the orb.
Aw.
And I look at Green Gertie. I go, I think this should belong to you.
The shell of teacher?
Not the shell, the orb.
Oh. Well,
Has a memento.
I'll take the orb. She's gonna like touch it. Nothing's happening.
Becomes a
Eddie turned
monster.
white. Eddie turned white. Nothing happened to you guys. Right?
I like peel my skin. No, I'm kidding.
I'm like, you didn't grow any eyeballs there, did you, Brother Briar?
the office is still open if you want it.
And the offer is still declined. Though I do appreciate it.
I kind of go and close up a teacher's chest or her shell. And we're like, what do we do with teacher's remains?
Wait.
It's been a month.
Wait. wait. We still have to realize what teacher told us right before we touched the stone. She told us that the fox has already escaped,
Yeah.
and he's with the kid.
Oh, you guys knew that days ago.
No, that
No, I feel like that was
it was right at the end.
Right,
Oh,
right,
no,
yeah.
it was
right at
the
end.
second to last scene.
yeah.
Yeah.
He like
Yeah, right.
spoke through
Teacher
her.
knew it days ago.
Yeah,
Right.
teacher knew it days ago. She didn't tell us.
Right.
And then I hit the table. And I said, "Arceus is alive. I mean, it has escaped."
Yes,
he's
that's
a
right.
deputy.
And so I say to both of you, he's on another planet with the kid right now.
What about our plan?
Yeah, you guys did this whole bit already. But
We need
Deja vu.
we need to get him.
Captain, teacher told us what to do with her body. It feels like it's been a really long time for some reason, but it just happened. She asked us to leave it in the temple here on Queer.
That's right. Okay. Everyone, let's get back to the ship and get our lost crew people.
If we're about to depart, can I just mention, while I understand your drive to find Fox, who, by the way, created a monster, and also this kid who, whoever he is, there is still the issue of these dragons. If we leave now, we're leaving everything that we have built in order to fight these creatures that will destroy this world as we know it.
Yes, but how long would that take?
Not long if it's these two fierce dragons, and I say two because remember the one we told them to bounce.
I think there's
But
four
there's
right
four.
now.
There's four
Oh.
left.
Yeah, there's four.
Four left.
4 or 5
I forgot.
There was five.
Ugh. Those other four. Apologies.
We still need something to defeat those 4 that we might fight. I think
Well,
maybe
we have.
Altharius and Anon might have an idea.
What are those two going to do? They're nothing.
Magic
no.
fingers.
I don't think you understand how powerful this fox is.
No, I don't understand because I've never met them. What I do understand is what we have already created. We have the gnomes working on the explosives.
Here's the thing, that plan was to get Asarius back, but that plan is no longer unless we give something back to Destiny. He sent up a mighty powerful distraction on my ship. I lost a lot of crew. Maybe we keep to the plan. And have that be a distraction for Destiny while we get back his.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up. I was starting to suspect everyone forgot. You guys lost over 200 crew in the last episode.
Yes.
You had to put them off the ship because they were mind controlled and started murdering people.
Whether we like it or not, I understand that there was that incentive to get the fox here. The other incentive is just to eliminate these threats. Am I the only one remembering this?
With all due respect, brother, my main goal was always to just get the fox.
And neglect the nations that you were born in, that you are a part of. You would neglect this world for the favor of one idiot that created a monster.
An idiot who created a monster who could quite potentially.
Stop it.
Yes. The dragons don't seem to want to, at the moment, leave low light. That
No.
might change, but it would behoove us. I used a fancy word.
Behoove us.
You
Yeah.
taught me that.
Yeah.
To get the creator back.
The thing is, brother, of course I want to help people, but we have to think about the greater good here. Can we help more people right now, or can we help more people in the future?
That's a good point. Captain, if I may, Brother Briar, I sense that you have an instinct to argue and push back against other people's plans. Maybe it's because you like to be the one making the plans. I don't know. But
It's sorry.
let me explain a bit.
Yes.
This Fox, as people keep calling him, we saw a darling try to kill him. The goddess of death herself sent one of her prized assassins to come to our ship, kill and replace one of our crew members, and try to assassinate this fox. This happened before we knew anything about him. What we learned later on is that the whole reason he is a fox because the gods thought he was too dangerous to keep being a man. That's the person we're trying to get help from. You understand why he's such a priority? The destiny that controlled you and all of our crew last night and Mock, the fox made him. Literally made him, if what we've been told is true. So he is a priority. If we want to help the world, saving the fox was always so that we could save the world.
And we do have the knowledge now that if we leave this planet, destiny won't be able to affect us.
I just fear for Linamere, for how close they are to Lowlight.
Well, you do bring up a good point, Brother Briar. We do need to coordinate the attack or the distraction while we go retrieve our fox friend.
Thank you.
That person might just well be you because of your connection.
Yes.
I'm actually interested in this.
Yeah, we can give you the plan, and then we can tell them to just follow your orders.
It makes sense. You're used to leadership. You have insight. You can see the future. And you know destiny better than anyone.
That I do.
And now that you know that he's no friend of yours, or the people that you lead,
I will do right by my shortcomings upon your ship. Thank you for giving me this. Will I have a title as I go about this business?
Probably between you and the people that you're going to be working with.
I sense the void body of teacher and just go. I will go by her wisdom, by their wisdom. Teacher. Thank you. Thank you.
So, is the plan then to get in contact with all the people you were working with, tell them the situation, and suggest that Corinthian be in charge?
Yes. Well, I don't want to tell them that we plan to leave the planet, because then Destiny will find out.
right? We want this to be a
Secret.
secret.
So-
We're going to use the plan what that Destiny knows about as a distraction to keep Destiny
Busy.
occupied while we get Asarius and Adam back.
Yes, and he'll be the one down here on the planet distracting Destiny.
Our man on the ground.
As we're off planet getting Osiris back.
Brilliant.
Now he's our sleeper agent.
Yes.
Captain, maybe we should send others with him. Some of the crew we put off the ship.
The thing is that they're controlled by Destiny.
But if the plan is to keep Destiny focused here, having people that we know he can see through, near brother, might be a good thing. But he'll need help, right?
Right. The only thing is we don't know if Destiny will control the people like he controlled our shipmates.
I don't think that will be so much of a problem. If I was able to work with Mock, what I was able to do.
Point of clarification, we don't know that you cured Mock though, right?
Yeah, you guys all had that conversation in the hallway.
Oh, we did,
Yeah.
okay.
If I'm able to do what I did with Mock, I think I can replicate it. I think I can.
You would have to be very careful with that.
Teacher was saying something about chaos magic being part of it. I don't know what that is.
I'm not entirely sure either, but either way. That, and I feel as though I may be able to create false impressions in Destiny's mind should he look in or attempt to look into my mind again. Something with all of this, I don't know. I'm feeling rather confident in my abilities.
Right.
It can work.
I think that might work. If you may, I do share some concern for my crew who are being left stranded here in Quirk. If you could watch over them, Brother Briar, that would relieve my mind greatly.
I will do what I can.
And I know we initially went to go send Mock back to his people to plant one of the chests there, Eddie. But I think it might be great if Mock could also serve as a bodyguard to Brother Briar at one point. If you think he could understand that.
Yeah, sure.
I will be sure to talk in the simpler terms.
Something crashes down below decks. Gertie, she's been holding something since you guys came in this room. Something that you sent her back for. Small box. You asked for these. They are Brother Briar's eyes.
The stone ones, right?
Yeah, I put them in a box. Thought we were going to get rid of them, but Grieve said we should bring them off planet.
Bring them to him?
Well, to the planet with the
Nebulon.
Archons, yeah. Again, just a quick reminder for everyone. Grieve is the one Archon stationed on the moon here.
Right.
All the other Archons are on the other planet. But Grieve was here, like, kind of on an outpost to monitor the planet.
Like, thank you for that timely reminder, Green Gertie.
Yeah.
As long as it's in a lead-lined box, right? And kind of shake it.
Yeah, I didn't know what to... It's just in a box. I don't know. But I thought it might help.
All right, then if...
Well, Grease said it's okay to bring it.
Well, yeah, Grieve said that he thought studying the new type of stone that Destiny invented might help. Of course, nobody's run that by Darius yet. And yeah, so that's where this scene has been taking place on the Wayfarer, but you guys are at Quirk. 200 of your crew are there. The QueerCon have agreed to take them home, so they're not stranded. But if you guys want, you can go back to the shrine there and talk to Grieve again. Maybe even try and get in contact with Asarius through Grieve. You also have the sending stones. You can talk to the other captains that you were dealing with and call them back to Quirk.
What would be the benefit? Oh, to let them know what's happening. Oh, yeah.
I mean, you don't need to call them physically back here, but you do need to talk.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, if you want to do the talking, I can power up the machine. Okay, so we split ways. I go power on the machine.
Okay.
What, you're blind? You're blind.
But I was able to do it once
Maybe.
before with...
Eddie was the one who convinced the captains to...
Ooh, yeah, that's true.
It was actually Destiny who powered it on. He was just using your body.
I won't be able to...
No, it's
Muscle
like
memory
a
it.
touch screen, unfortunately.
Ah, fuck.
If it was normal buttons, I'd be like, yeah.
All right, fine.
But it's established as a touch screen.
Yeah. All right, so I'll go to the machine with one of you if you guys want to. Or I guess I have to stay with you for the conversation with the captain,
so they know.
Yeah, I'll stick with Eddie then.
And my uneducated self will start touching
Also, why would you call Asarius and
No, that's
Anna?
fair.
You're the only person they don't know.
That is fair. Hey, what's up?
You don't know me.
So maybe I'll run some skill checks to see if my random touching of the screen will.
It blows up.
There's my exploding die right
Self-destruct
there.
sequence.
You know what? I think you guys saw a teacher turn it on enough to know what it
I go, hello? Is anybody there?
A lot of feedback.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So you guys start calling around to the other captains. What exactly are you going to tell them?
I think you should also warn them of, again, that Destiny's Sleeper, that the potential for betrayal is high in any one endeavor.
Oh, yeah. Maybe we should not let them know about my ability to remove curses. Because in case one of them is taken. So. Wait, it's only through human. These are not human.
Well, what you know is you could only do it to an Erman because he was. All Ermen are tied to chaos magic, and the chaos magic makes them slippery for destiny. But
Okay.
it has been suggested that now that you know it's possible, maybe you could do it with humans. It just might be a lot harder. You might have to find a way.
Fair. Yeah, Eddie, if you want to do that. The convincing.
So I'll say, yeah, you're able to get a hold of the giant captain and all the other captains. The gnomes don't care. They just want to shoot these things at dragons.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck. The elves demand a little more explanation. They're like, so what do we do then? We're supposed to be stealing the stone. Do we still even need that thing? The box isn't in there.
I think if we make a feint towards it, because I don't know that Destiny knows that we know that Asarius is no longer there.
That is true.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
The other thing, and this is just me posing this question, but I wonder if we might be able to reverse engineer this. I mean, maybe this is just stereotypical, and I'm sorry if I'm drawing any conclusions here, but if I'm right, you are magical in essence. If there's a way for
No,
you to...
you know what? We don't even tell the captains that we're leaving to pick up Asarius. Because I don't know how many of them are infected or who amongst their people are
Who's
infected.
standing next to them? You guys can't see them.
So
They're just talking to them.
I would not tell them anything about Asarius being off planet, that we know how to get him and that we are going to get him.
Okay.
So it's just all going as planned. I will just be leading the charge.
Right.
Oh, so you're lying even to them. Interesting. Okay.
Because because in case. That's
I don't
right.
sense.
I don't want to lie to them because they're my allies, but
mission for the
probably
truth.
maybe I'll trust you enough, Brother Briar,
Yeah.
to say if it looks bad, get
Teach it.
out
Teach it,
without
Briar.
without excess of life.
And things, of course, this is all being done through interpreters.
Of course.
You got a queer con on each side interpreting for every race you're speaking to. But the elves are also going to report back that they've fully infiltrated low light already. Like, they have people in place, they're aiding the resistance, and they're training the humans of low light on how to be better at being invisible, how to sneak around without being caught by these dragons and their minions. The giants are just ready to start planting things to make the dragons fall asleep. That's all they have, really.
Yeah, and that's actually brilliant. I give them the location of with your eyes, Eddie, because I obviously can't see. Letting them know where the mountains are. So as soon as they're damaged, then they see the gold. Hopefully through that they can fall asleep, and because they're super hurt, it'll just be a quick little one-off where they'll just die straight up. The other one, what did we decide? Oh,
Clicko.
not Clicko.
You guys don't have any way to contact.
You know, I had a writ at one point.
Not Clicko, but with the fucking not mermaid. Ermin. Yes.
Yeah, well, you've got Mock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got Mock. So placing the treasure down with the Ermin.
Right.
They'll fall asleep and the Ermin can just fucking annihilate that very quickly. So mountains, Ermin. One of them is probably gonna stay at low light. There's gonna be no way of like removing that fuck from there. I'm thinking that will be.
You also talked about having one on a boat that just like a boat full of dead bodies or something that sails in.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think that's what you said. Something about dead bodies.
I think that can just be
The Eastern Temple. We'll set it towards the
Eastern Temple. That is brilliant. Good callback there. Yeah, we'll send it towards the. We'll say that we'll just straight up just be a giant ship heading towards the east, to hopefully draw their one rivalry with the giants and two just the gold.
Okay.
and hire a shitload of bards to talk about this dragon hordes.
How are they supposed to contact you, Corinthian?
The Sending Stone?
Yeah, this sending stones, right?
Because we don't know the Sending Stone will have been warped in space. Will it?
Probably not.
Well, a slightly different question. Where are you going to be? Are you going back to Linnermere?
Yeah, I'll be going back to Linnermere. So
You gotta report back to the queen, right?
I gotta report back to the queen. So that's
Yeah,
I'm gonna say
Definitely possess.
yeah, I need to remove that curse first and foremost. So
You might want to practice on one of the crewmen first.
I'm gonna let them know that I will be at Linnermere, knowing that the queen is, she's a queen. We'll probably have mages with sending stones. So I'm gonna say send any information.
Sorry, they don't have that.
They don't have that.
These things belonged to the giants. That's where you got them
That's
from.
right.
But you can just, if you're leaving the planet and your whole conversation right now is about putting him in charge, you can just take Sally's, right?
Oh, I guess I can.
Yep. Because we don't know if the magic will work outside of Archonia, so.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's fair. So, yeah, I'll be at Linnermere for point of contact before traveling to Low Light to finish off the last dragon.
But we're coming back to help. We're not we're not abandoning you.
Once we get them, we're gonna come back.
We should come up with a
Rendezvous point.
Rendezvous point will be Low Light, or maybe it should just be Linnermere before we go to Low Light. And then the code word for when you guys are traveling back should be papaya.
How are they supposed to say papaya to you when you're taking their only sending stone?
You guys have magic people.
Well, we have access to Grieve, who has access to the quirk people.
Well, yeah, but Grieve asked you to pick him up and take him with you on your way out of the system.
Annan has ways to talk to people.
We'll probably find a way. We'll probably find a way to contact you later.
Very well, but in order to understand that it is you, I hear a very popular word in trade chant is papaya. So.
Well, we had anti-council.
That's true. You did have the anti-council. So we're calling that done. We're going to take our break a little bit early, and we'll come back and deal with the rest of it.
All right. Sounds
Thank you
great.
Guys. We'll see everyone in 10 minutes.
We might be
yeah.
in space.
Yes. Finally.
We're back.
What's up, y'all?
We're back. Thanks for waiting. All right, so when last we left off, the crew, the Wayfarer, were making calls. They had put Corinthian Briar in charge of what's happening here. Now, maybe we should have done this at break, but I'd like to just ask above the table here. Is this what we're doing to reduce you back down to one player character?
Honestly, yes.
Okay.
That's honestly a very smart idea, and we can pick it back up with
You were like the
Corinthian.
first one to
not
realize
think
this
of it, but
opportunity.
it's great.
Yeah, that's a very brilliant idea.
Sally
so-
never trusted teacher Briar.
You're just trying to get rid of him the whole time.
Oh, he's a friend now. He's a friend now.
He's a friend now.
No, it makes sense that he would be here.
Thanks, Misery.
Yeah.
And then
And
we can kill two birds with one stone and
Yeah.
go get him and come back.
And talk about a redemption, a way for him to save.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Stay here and save the people. Yeah. It's great stuff.
Damn. All right.
Yeah. But that's where we're at. So you guys are still on your ship, but you're at QueerCon. Come and go from the island as you please.
I want to spend some time with the machinery because I don't understand the whole space thing as well. In downtime.
Downtown.
Downtime. Okay. Well, this episode is basically all downtime.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, yeah.
It's all roleplay. I don't have any combat planned.
well, there's something I need to do.
Oh yeah?
Well, there's something I need to do before we leave. Before we leave on the
We're in a
ship.
room full of
Romance
shit.
with
If you
where?
want a combat, we can have a combat.
No, I need to go see Grace
Oh, sure.
Oh.
because I may. Who knows? I may not return. So,
Grace of White now.
yes. Way better than being
Did you
that dark
bleach your
color.
fur?
Yeah, so you want to go down to the temple and see the machines. All right, you go down there. The machines are powered on still. Who's going with Seth?
I'll go with her.
Okay, Gertie, I think, will also go.
Like, I saw teacher press some things on this glass, and it seemed to be able to connect with that Archon Grieve.
Yes.
So I'm just going to. I think she pressed this button, and I'm just going to press something there.
All right, you press the button that looked like the one that she pressed that called Grieve. It stays like a different color, like it's green. You press it, it turns yellow, and it stays yellow for a bit, and then it enlarges and fills the screen with a picture of an empty room because Grieve is invisible. But a little hologram turns on above it that is also of nothing because Grieve is a wind archon. It's not even that he's invisible; it's that there's literally nothing there to see there.
Yeah, I say. Grieve, are you there?
Is this working? Well,
What do you need? We just spoke earlier.
I shake the little box and then I open it.
You're bringing those, yes?
Yes, but you said you could contact Asarius. Is there a way we could speak to him?
I can patch you through.
Good. Yeah. We want to talk to him because we haven't. This whole thing was because of him. So.
Does patch us through mean that you can send us there?
No.
Gertie doesn't understand.
We're gonna talk to him.
No, it doesn't mean. Hold on, I'll call. You guys can't see me, but I'm putting you on hold. Sorry, it's Cyclone comes to get you. Sarius, your friends on the planet have called Grieve on our outpost on Daro, and they've asked if they can speak with you. Grieve can patch us through to them.
Oh, really? And I'm like working with like diagrams and stuff, and there's people working around, or other archons, I guess, working with me. And I'm like, just make sure you guys connect that right there. No, oh, come on, you just ruined it. We got give me a sec. All right.
I'm imagining, because obviously you're talking and pointing with Renly.
Yeah.
I'm imagining Asarius just fully standing on the tables, also pointing at things with his face.
Yes, that's exactly what's happening. Okay. Yes. You know what? Everyone, just stop. Hold exactly where you are. I'm gonna go take this phone call real quick. Don't touch a thing.
All the archons freeze, and after you leave, I think Renly hears just for a second on his way out the door. one of them say, "You know, we don't have to just do what that guy says."
Sure. I don't hear it, so I don't respond. Cool. So I trot down to the whatever the phone call's at and hop up on the hologram table, I guess.
So we get video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Renly is there too. So.
I say, man, holy shit, it is you.
You lucky bastard. Do you know we had this elaborate plan to get you out?
Oh, really?
Yeah, you guys see a little like Star Wars style
We've
hologram
been
of him.
trying to get this plan going for months.
Well, first of all, it's really great to see you guys. You look fantastic.
Look, Eddie tried to copy you, and then he touches for a little. Look, he's all white now.
Oh, it's a trend, I guess.
Yeah, you started it. You're the
No,
first
you-
Arctic fox ever.
No, you stressed us out so much he turned white.
I believe it. So, elaborate plan, huh? Like, you got. Wow.
Why haven't you come back?
There are giants.
There were giants.
They had a giant ship.
Wait.
It sailed into a giant harbor.
Just how elaborate are we talking about here?
Also gnomes.
Oh my god.
And elves. Elves.
How long have you been free?
Aw, you guys are. That's so sweet. You guys basically created an army to come get me?
Well, because you know how to. We were hoping that you could, defeat Destiny. Really, it's not because we like you or anything, or because you're cute and cuddly and like to drink beer.
I mean, what else can you ask for?
Sally, as you mentioned drinking beer, you realize that your alcoholism is back. That happened when you touched the stone. It made you more of your true self.
We can bond over some.
Eddie previously cured your alcohol addiction and is fully back now.
We can bond over some drinks when I see you guys again. Yeah, I escaped. What were you gonna say? Sorry, that's just a lot happening. I'm full of all kinds.
I was going to say, were you ever planning to contact us and tell us that you were out?
I tried. I sent a message through Cyclone guy.
Yeah, you did send a message through teacher.
Yeah, or teacher. That's what it was. I didn't.
Teacher.
But teacher, for some reason, she didn't tell us right away.
No, she did. It was the long story, but they were able to send a one-time message, but it was kind of moot by the time you got it.
Yeah.
Because the message was just come back to the machine, and you. Guys
What
had just come from
what
there.
about the kid? Do you know anything about how's the kid?
Oh, he's still a piece of shit, but I love him.
Oh, so he hasn't changed.
Is he with you?
So to speak. He's still in the rock. We're working on that.
I'm like, hey, by the way, and I kind of shake it like marbles. I got some new dice.
They don't have numbers on them.
No, these are Destiny eyeballs.
Weird.
Oh yeah, we kind of got a new companion while you guys were indisposed.
Yeah, Asarius, you were told about this a little bit, and you know by seeing them that they are almost identical to the red bindstone that you were in, except smaller.
Okay.
And not so much sure how much teacher told you, but something about chaos magic disturbs the connection with destiny in our blood.
That makes total sense. And I'm like having Renly take notes in the background.
Yeah, we were able to cure an Urman, but only an Urman.
Okay, that's fascinating.
But we haven't tried it with regular people.
I don't know if you were planning to tell us, but how do we even get to you? We know we have a flying ship, but where are you exactly?
Oh, I'm on Nebulon in a bunker that
How long will it take us for us to fly there?
I cannot calculate that off the top of my head right now. In fact, my head has been jam-packed full of a lot of information today, and I'm still having trouble processing it all. So I'm not working at full capacity right now, but I'm also working on something that's going to help us tremendously in the future.
To fight Destiny?
As you hear an explosion in the background. I told you not to touch anything!
Well, Grieve told us to bring these eyeballs to you. Do you want them?
Sure. Every little bit helps for the sake of science and testing.
And we were told not to touch them, but
Don't touch them. Bad things happen.
I close it.
Asarius, if you can just help me calm my nerves a little bit. What's the plan?
What's your current HP?
Because we've been fighting Destiny down here this whole time, and
I I'm very impressed with what you guys have been able to do, even without me. I'm not even sure you guys even need me, honestly.
We do.
The plans have changed dramatically as of like an hour ago. So I can't give you a total clear answer on that. I do know I have more information and more knowledge about what we're dealing with than I've ever had. But step one is to release the kid from the stone. I'm working on that right now. Step two, I think we reconnect. I either come to you or you come to me. I don't know which one's more beneficial at this point.
Well, we said we are gonna go pick up Grieve on the way, so I guess we have to come to you.
Oh, okay, great. Then we'll meet up here.
Hopefully it doesn't take too long. I don't know how far away you are. I've never been off a planet before.
A lot farther than you've probably ever traveled in your life combined.
Well, traveling to Quirk was pretty darn far. It was the farthest I've ever traveled.
Multiply that by factors of large numbers. I'm sure Nebulon is kind of far away.
But by the way,
I'll tell you exactly how.
Actually, not that far.
As someone who knows is in the conversation, I'll tell you how.
Okay.
but by the way, Grieve did also tell us that we were supposed to get some weapons eventually. I don't know if you know how much longer that's going to take.
I don't know anything about that. Yeah.
But you could conceivably beat Destiny, right? Because if he had balls, I really want to kick him in the balls.
Okay. There once was a castle that was so well defended that a rebellion had to get the schematics for the castle and find a weakness and then exploit that weakness. I feel like I now have the schematics, but I don't have the weakness yet. Turn Star Wars into a
Made sense.
That was great.
There's the blueprints, though. It's a castle.
Blueprints, damn
Yeah.
it. Yes.
I was going to say, wasn't it the death? The death?
But, by the way, I don't know how space travel works, but when we leave, will time be the same down here as up there?
That is quite an astute question for someone with no understanding of space travel.
Yeah.
And so I was like, why wouldn't it be
You
the
could be
same?
maybe relating it to like fairy tales where like the person goes in and comes out and it's 100 years later.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
That's how we'll justify it.
Yeah, we're doing.
A fairy hill.
I would know the answer to that about how the space travel works. Are they?
The way space travel works in this universe,
Yeah. Is it?
there won't be any time dilation.
Okay.
Or nothing particularly noticeable.
You are more or less transpositioning yourself through space, and
Teacher didn't teach me that word.
that means you are basically starting from one location and going to another one instantly, like teleportation almost.
Oh.
That actually isn't true. There is time spent in transit, but it's just not.
I'm dumbing it down
Yeah,
more.
fair enough.
Yeah.
I need the dumbed down version.
So I don't have to worry about us disappearing and coming back 1,000 years later, right?
There's a small chance that might happen.
Because I kind of have someone down here. That...
I
Will
feel
we
that.
come back to
I don't know if there really
low
is. I
light
just wanted to
as
scare
really
him.
old people? Like this old tale say?
No, none of that's gonna happen. You're fine. You'll be fine. It's gonna be great.
That's good.
Grieve will actually cut into the call right because remember he's sitting the call
Yeah.
and he's going to say, "I can show you a map."
Oh, good, because we were
Yes.
planning on you being the navigator, seeing as we don't know where we're going.
Or at least give us a
Yes,
copy.
that's why I asked you to pick me up. That's a big part of it.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Can
we
we-
know where the moon is, but we don't know where. I mean, look at how many stars there are on the sky. I mean, not that you could see it from here, but
During the 10,000 years that the Archons have been absent from your planet, we have mapped one sector of space. It was difficult because most of these star
Ooh.
systems
Ooh,
were
nice.
inaccessible at the beginning.
Wow. Is this a star map?
Here is your planet.
Ooh.
Note that it is marked as Tech Level 2.
I really need to learn how to read.
Bravo.
Line right here. Tech Level 2.
Okay.
TL2
Is
refers
this?
to the level of technology you guys live with on your world. Sorry, everything's really delayed for some reason on the tablet to the screen there.
Maybe teacher should have given me her knowledge of how to read.
Each of these hexagons on the map represents 6 days of travel in a spike drill.
What's a spectrum?
Spike drill is the type of event you have to initiate in order to travel faster than the speed of light. Without a spike drill, you cannot effectively leave your own star system.
So less than a fortnight, we could go
You can, it'll just take
and
a
pick
while.
them back.
In 18 days, you can be at Nebulon and an 18-day trip back, but there's a problem.
What?
Space whales.
There's a reason the other Archons have not left Nebulon.
Breathe a little warm.
It is quarantined.
Quarantined.
We do not know by who. Some great force in the galaxy has made it impossible for them to leave by the means they came.
How did they get there?
They traveled in ships,
Like ours.
leftover ship, well, not like yours. Yours is a sailing ship that has been magically and technologically altered to be able to sail in space. The ones that they used were designed for space travel. They were leftovers from a previous age of the world.
Sorry, what does TL4 plus mean?
In the second age of Archonia, when the entire known galaxy was ruled from your planet by ships that could travel across the entire expanse in a moment, with wizards that could cast 12th level spells. The ones that Asarius knows now only go up to 5. In that time, the galaxy was at tech level 5. Tech level 4 plus is shy of that, but the highest we've been able to find. They have machines there that can manufacture things. Anything you can design and imagine can be created there.
Oh.
Faster loading hurlant.
Correct. However, before you can land and then depart, we need to figure out how to circumvent or disable the force that is quarantining Nebula. It is also worth noting that Archonia itself, where you currently are, we have marked as a shackled world. This means there is a mystic force upon the world, preventing it from advancing beyond tech level 2.
Oh.
This is why your society has developed rudimentary firearms, but no further. In hundreds of years, you have not advanced your technology. We suspect that the shackle on Archonia may have been put in place by Destiny himself. By preventing the technology from advancing, he prevents anyone from ever figuring out how he works.
But he's been trying to get off Archonia through Brother Briar.
But Archonia is where he has his foothold. He needs to make sure he keeps it. He can't expand out into the galaxy, and we don't fully understand why. Sending Brother Briar with those stones in his eye sockets was clearly part of his plan, which is why we must be careful with them when you bring them off-world. But we simply need to study them, and Nebulon is the place to do it.
So you could go to Nebulon, but you can't leave it. It's like a fish trap.
Correct.
And you're on Nebulon right now, right?
Grieve is the one. Well, Grieve and One Eye are the two Archons that are not on Nebulon. Grieve is on the moon, and he's on Nebulon.
Yeah.
So
No, I was speaking to Asarius. You're on Nebulon right now, right?
Yes, I am.
And so you can't leave.
I can leave.
cannot leave through the means that the Archons came in,
Correct.
which was by ship. Asarius got there through some sort of cross-dimensional magic spell.
And you don't know why Nebulon was quarantined?
That's a very valid question. I don't want to destroy a quarantine if it's protecting.
We know something else about it. It's a tomb world, which means everyone who once lived there, the people who built the advanced facilities that we have taken over, they're gone, dead,
The quarantine did its job.
perhaps. Or perhaps whatever killed them hasn't affected our Archons. We don't know. The planet may have been dangerous to begin with, and that's why it was quarantined. We don't know. Or it may have been quarantined to starve them out somehow, but that seems unlikely since their machinery can make food.
And there are no records left to tell why.
Actually, the most fascinating part of that is you said people can come here, but they can't leave. So it's like a reverse quarantine. It's more like keeping what's here in.
Yeah, that's what a quarantine is.
Well, I mean, quarantine can also be the other way around.
Well, yes, I guess. But yes, once you're on that world, you cannot leave by ship.
Is it like a net? Is there a net surrounding the land?
I will explore this, unless you guys already know.
We don't fully understand it.
But
There seems to be some sort of an energy net, magic or technological. We can't tell. We didn't know of it to study it until after the bulk of Archons were already trapped inside. I once approached from outside, but I was not able to make good study of it.
This makes sense on why the Archons were so long in giving help to Archonia if they've been trapped.
So
What it suggests is that there is another power out in the galaxy, or has been, that is at or above our level. Yeah, Carlos is in the chat pointing out that these tags are things that are in the Stars Without Number book. If you guys are watching and you're interested in Stars Without Number, I as the GM, I don't even have to show these to the players. These are just sort of inspirations to give me an idea of what the planet is like. But since you guys are talking to people who would have made a map like this, I decided to just show you the tags.
I think it's great.
So,
Yeah.
so you're telling us when we get to Nebulon, we can't just land.
Well, it would be unwise since you don't know if you can leave.
So
So we have to go somewhere else first.
would we be able to drop the eyeballs down to Asarius and Asarius?
No. The whole point is to get Asarius off that planet.
Maybe he could teleport to our ship.
Asarius, how did you get there?
A very complicated teleportation spell, yes. Transdimensional, astral projection, all kinds of fun things involved. The answer is yes. I can take me and a few other people off this planet.
Do you need us to be close, or?
Actually, ironically, the farther you are, the better.
So maybe we don't even need to come get you, is what you're saying?
Well, Grieve,
The plan is for you to bring him the eyes so that he can use them in his study, for which he does have to be on Nebulon.
yeah, the labs here are the
They're-
only technologically advanced enough ones that I've seen to work on
They're
this.
the best we have found. There are other higher tech civilizations in the sector that we have mapped, but only Nebulon provided free access to such a highly advanced laboratory with machines that can make anything. Now, the problem will come when we find the solution for destiny. When we are ready to leave Nebulon, then we will need to know how to disable the quarantine. But right now, we don't even know what's generating it. Perhaps Asarius can help with that too, but our Archons were unable to figure it out.
I can definitely work on it. If you guys did come here, though, I would probably need extra eyes and ears looking for clues and things about where to even look. Because I am also working in the lab, so I can't just leave.
You mentioned there were places near it that were the same tech level?
Not near it, but there are places elsewhere in the sector that are also tech level 4. Only Nebulon of the places we have been able to reach is tech level 4 plus, which indicates that they have access to at least one technology that would qualify as tech level 5. That is the technology that they have that can fabricate anything you can design.
Maybe if we go to another place with a similar tech level, we can find something that can help us go through the quarantine.
I think it would be the coming out part that would be the issue, right? But we're also on a time crunch. I just counted. It will be about a round trip, a little over a month. We could give that roundabout estimate to Teacher Briar.
But, Captain, that's assuming that by the time we get there, Asarius and the Archons already have the answer to cure destiny. If they don't, it's going to be even longer.
Yeah.
So our plan to distract destiny, is that even still viable with the timeline we're looking at?
It may distract him for a while, which at least will help.
Yeah, because at least this way he can't stop us from leaving.
You guys made sure there's no way he can track you off world, right?
We have to keep the stones in the box.
Oh wait, I just opened them.
Right, but once
Yeah.
we start, in fact, maybe we should set them outside while we talk about this.
Yeah.
We should lock them up tight in the dark where sound can't reach them either, and we just never let him know that we've left the planet.
Yeah. I'm just...
Because he's probably assuming we're laying the treasure boxes, right? Which will take some time.
yeah. I'm just... Sorry, Captain, I'm sorry. I'm a little... Not really sure what quite the plan is. Because we need to get there to give Asarius the eyes, so he can come up with a way to use them. And then Asarius is going to teleport to us, maybe? Or we can find a way to get on the planet.
I think that hasn't been decided yet. Asarius does have the option of using his magic to teleport. You actually can't use that spell to teleport to the ship, but you can use it to teleport
Back to
Archonia.
Archonia, yeah.
And you can take, 8 people with you?
Yeah, at least.
So you could get off the planet if you landed on it, but you couldn't get the Wayfarer off.
Yeah, the ship
Right.
would be lost.
Unless,
And I wouldn't want to shipwreck my crew.
Yeah.
right, unless you figure out a way, which would cost more time. But it's possible the rest of you could work on that while Asarius is working on his thing. But
Wait,
what are the odds?
Grieve. Is Grieve still there?
I like those odds.
Wait, you said you were gonna... What, didn't you say you were gonna get us weapons from Nebulon?
Well, that was the plan, but now you're leaving Archonia, so we can have the weapons ready for you when you arrive at Nebulon.
But we can't take the weapons off Nebulon, though.
You make a good point.
So this whole time you promised these weapons, but you didn't know that we could take them off?
No, it is that in our experience, sending unmanned objects through the force field seems to work. We cannot get the Archons off Nebulon or Asarius without his magic, but if we launch a ship with nobody on it into orbit, that will work. The force field seems to distinguish between manned and unmanned flights.
Interesting.
All right. Well.
You know, I am a smuggler.
Could figure out a way.
I think we could.
So options are you guys sit outside the force field for a while, or go back to Earth.
And it'll take us
Archonia,
18
sorry.
days. Who knows what you'll discover in 18 days?
Yeah. Or you come here and help, and we figure out a way off together.
Or we could travel to one of those other similar tech level planets. Maybe find something there that can help us.
That is a viable solution.
The unknowns
Possibly.
are much greater.
Grieve, you said you mapped this sector or this area
Yes.
with higher tech levels.
Yes.
Would there be something there you think that would assist in breaking the quarantine without disturbing whatever greater power this is?
Most of this work was completed thousands of years ago. So it is hard to say what is going on those planets now. That is why the map that I have sent you only contains the tags for Archonia and Nebula. The bulk of our work for the past 10,000 years was creating the spike drill routes that need to be used to reach these systems. But when we eventually came back towards Archonia and visited Nebulon, that is when everyone got stuck. And they've been there for a while.
Here's what we know. I need those stones, so those have to come here somehow. I can get people off the planet, and then with enough time, I can get everybody off the planet. I just can't take the ship itself. So there's no risk of the crew being ultimately stranded here. If we go to a different planet, we are not certain we'll find what we need, and it will add a lot more time to travel. Assuming that the other high-level ones are at least the same distance or farther.
Yeah, I'll show you where they are. That at least they can show you for certain.
Okay. While that's coming up,
So all those bright dots,
yeah,
those are other planets, other stars with inhabited planets.
the closest one between us, is that a high-level one?
Yeah,
I
that-
have to check.
Yeah, that one in between Archonia and
I don't think so.
Nebula.
Okay, so then...
I'm almost positive no.
Yeah.
I didn't think to have my one with all the things on it ready.
It's fine. So what we're looking at right now is any other possibility is going to be a lot more travel time and put us way more behind. I firmly believe we can handle whatever's here as far as getting ourselves back out of here.
I have a semblance of an idea. Grieve said we could drop things in an unmanned ship. We could drop the eyeballs in an unmanned ship to you.
You have an unmanned ship?
Or we could come down, Eddie and I, and then the rest, the Wayfarer can travel back. I'm hesitant to strand my entire crew.
That's fair.
As you have a method to take us back to our planet.
That's not a bad idea. Leave the ship outside, hopefully with enough supplies. Bring a couple of you down. I guess we'll have to send a ship up. Do you guys have a ship we can send up to them? To get them?
We can make one. The machine there can create one.
Oh,
And then we can
And
drop
the ship will be able to exit the force field while it is unmanned.
yes, so that's...
And yeah, once you go down, you'll be stuck though.
All right, so let's get one of those going, and then let's add that to the list of things we're fabricating here.
We're gonna have.
Fabricate us some good weapons.
I was
Yes,
I was gonna
yes,
say I should
please.
probably also start working on some kind of additions to your guys' arsenals. Like some cool claws for you or something, or what do you?
Yeah, or. Yeah, I'm still kind of bummed that Blackbeard's sword didn't really do anything.
Are you kind of more of a sword werewolf user?
Be
Werewolf
nice to have a
sword
sword.
Well, Greybeard's sword is powering our ship.
Yeah.
Okay, so sword, gun, I assume.
Or
one that shoots very fast.
At least faster than a muzzle loaded. I can probably do that.
And maybe weapons for our ship as well.
Yes.
Well, slow down now.
Because
And
the Wayfarer is our protection as we travel through
We'll take
space and water, land and air.
a couple ICBMs. I got you.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure Pickle will want something.
And
too.
something that can kill a dragon.
Grieve has called up the information on the planet you guys asked about.
Oh yes.
That's called Ramondo A, and it's tech level 1. It's even behind you guys.
Got it.
However, their notes make mention that it is ruled by megacorps.
Oh.
So somehow, with a Stone Age level of technology, they've developed corporations already.
What about that?
hell yeah.
What about that one that's further away from Nebulon?
Can you point us where Tech 5 planet is?
There are no Tech 5 planets in existence as far as we have discovered. A Tech level 5 planet would be on par with the Empire of Archonia at its height. No such world exists.
Well,
Are
but-
you asking about this one?
Yeah.
Hold on, there's a lag.
Yeah.
That's the one. Okay, a second to find it.
While he's looking that up, I think the plan we've come up with is perfect. I think it's the best options we have in the current situation.
Okay.
We send a ship up to grab you guys, shuttle you down. You're trapped here with me. Oh no. We'll figure out.
I'll make sure to bring lots of beer and rum.
Thank God.
I mean, can't they just make beer over there?
Yes, but our fabricators are all working overtime, making all this other stuff. So.
That planet is Braun Alpha. What do you
By the way, what's the possibility of bringing those fabricators into your lab?
Ooh.
That's the question for you.
The fabricators are already adjacent to where you're working.
No, I mean like.
Oh,
take it
on the
with
ship?
us. Yeah. Probably. I mean.
I'm
Probably
looking to
not.
upgrade
Yeah.
my ship.
Probably
You know, new armor, new weapons, new sails, that sort of thing.
So what the fabricators do is that they can make anything that you can design. And they're very simple to interact with. If you could design a smaller fabricator, the fabricator could make it.
Why haven't they done that already then?
Because
Oh,
why
because somebody
would-
has to design it still.
Yeah.
It's not like, okay,
Yeah.
so if I can make it smaller.
Well, Annan's not doing anything.
So the closest tech level 4 worlds other than Nebulon are this one over here, which is called Parsmeta. That's tech level 4. And this one is called Greenleaf. That's also tech level 4. But you know very little about, or Grieve tells you that the Archons know very little about the cultures there at this point because they haven't visited there in so long.
Captain, think about it. There's a whole sea of planets to
Oh, I'm looking.
travel to.
Places to rate. I mean, visit. And
Well, slow down. Let's fix our planet first.
I mean, yeah, I guess you're right.
we don't want Destiny following us after all.
Yeah, I
Imagine
guess you're
spreading-
We
right.
want to be Destiny, not be killed by it.
Wait, what?
What?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, if you can make weapons that can help fight Destiny, that would be great too.
I will do my best.
Okay, before we leave, Captain, you mind if I go say some of my goodbyes to Grace? Because who knows, I might not even come back.
Actually, while I still have you, one more question about your weapon. Are you looking more for like a longer range type of weapon or a short range hit hard weapon?
That's a possibility.
There's options.
Well, my sword can take care. And I show my shiny new. Look what I got. It's a grappling sword. I think this can take care of anything short range quite well. So long range.
If you
yes.
can give me a sword that's like a beam of light, that makes a sound when it comes out.
That
Yeah, sound like, ah!
like just constantly screaming. Or it meows.
Oh, yeah.
For some reason, I have a feeling Asaris would be really good at building one of those.
we'll have to discuss the difficulty of me being able to design something like that. That's something that I've never tried to build in my past life.
You probably had seen things like it, though.
All right. I'll see what I can do. Not promise anything yet. If anything, it'll just be something in between.
Just to give you guys a sense of the space, I know you don't spend as long looking at the maps as I do. You're at Quirk, which is in the pink circle there. The whole Gray Sea is roughly in the same direction from where you're at. So since you're taking Corinthian to Lindermere anyway,
Yeah.
which is on the far end of the Gray Sea,
Yeah.
Tell Grace to meet you there.
wherever Grace is at, you can probably find her on the way.
Okay.
Via Sending Stone, we could probably
Yeah.
tell her where we are rendezvous.
Yeah.
Rendezvous with her.
Great. Well, it's fantastic to hear from you guys again. I need to get back to work.
You mind telling the kids something for me?
Sure.
Tell them.
Get that.
Tell him I've never stopped thinking about him, and I hope he's great.
And you could tell him, I think there might be gold I actually owe him, but he's never getting it back.
All right. I'll let him know.
You owe me 10 gold for
Thanks.
things and stuff.
Taking it as payment for your rescue.
Shut up.
Any other quick thoughts before we part ways for the time being?
It's good seeing you,
Yeah,
you
it's good
furry bastard.
I'm so glad to be out of there. That guy's a dick.
Yeah. You're not gonna make any other god weapons in the future, are you?
Didn't you just order one?
Touche. Woohoo.
Yeah, you're right.
I know what you meant. No,
Yeah.
I will. Unlike most mad scientists, wizards, I learn from my mistakes, and I try to fix them. So I won't be making that mistake again.
I look into the future to see if he makes the mistake again.
It happens for sure.
Roll a fuck upside.
It's your beam sword that kills
My
everybody.
God.
It unlocks the laser god of death. Fantastic.
All right, we'll hopefully see you soon. Oh yeah, is there any way we can contact you while we're on the way to you, or?
I'm gonna add that to the list of things
Yeah.
we need to make.
Yeah.
Communication devices.
Okay.
Because yeah, going through all this is kind of.
Yeah.
That's why I tried to contact you guys earlier and it didn't make it to you because manipulation or whatever. I don't know.
Okay. All right. We'll see you soon, hopefully.
All right.
18 days.
Okay.
Well, longer than that. You guys can't leave today.
That's right. You have to go.
We have to go to Lindenmuir, drop off Brother Briar. and-
Oh, wait.
What?
One more
Stick my head
thing.
back in the hologram.
Oh,
What?
Am I gonna have my trouble with the werewolf stuff off this world?
The moons. It's a
Oh, he's
very
affected
good
by all the moons now, by the way.
Yeah.
That sucks for you.
And we found my father,
Give me magic plus intelligence.
who's also affected by all 4 moons.
This is 2d6s, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, because we won't be in their orbit, right? Player knowledge, not character knowledge.
6 on the dice.
Wait, 6 total?
No, 6 on the dice.
Use your
13.
wit to reroll.
Wait. You got 2 6s?
I got
6.
4 and a 2, 6 on the dice, and my total is 13.
Okay.
Do you think
That's a significant modifier.
do you think you need more?
Well, what you're asking him to do is take his best guess at whether the moons will affect your lycanthropy. I'm not in charge of the coins, but I don't think that's a good thing to put coins on.
I was gonna say, can I make an educated guess? And
Yes, you may. Agreed
I-
with last session, but
I imagine because the lycanthropy was limited to our planet, as far as I know, it would only be affected by those moons. Sort of like when something evolves in an ecosystem, it is held to that ecosystem's laws, possibly.
that is a possible way that it might work.
Yeah.
The real answer that I think Asarius works out is that nobody can know this. As Grieve pointed out last session,
It's true.
in previous ages when magic worked differently and there were lycanthropes everywhere,
And they're the goodest of boys.
yes, it was not. What they knew then was that it was not the physical moon that was the issue. It was the primal connection to the sight of the moon in the sky. The thing that makes a real wolf howl at the moon is the thing that makes a werewolf transform.
So it's like a moth to a light. It doesn't matter what light
Right.
it
So
is.
if you're on the moon, it doesn't do anything to you.
Right.
But if you're somewhere where there is a similar thing in the sky that activates that primal feeling of being out in the wild, then it can change a werewolf. But that's how it used to work. How it works now, nobody knows.
But
Sir
the
G-
light affected it.
Yeah, Sir GM, I do have a question.
Yeah.
Elves have a relation to moon. Yes?
Elves have a relationship to nature.
Nature, moon included, yes?
Sure.
Copy.
What are we asking that for, bud?
Don't worry about it.
Do I such
Don't
an
worry.
unwritten writ?
Annenbeck is not there yet, so
No.
it matters not.
So you know how some people try to seduce dragons? He's going for the moon.
With a 12, you don't know the answer. You've been working on figuring out how magic works now, basically since you got rid of it.
Yeah.
But also, especially in the last couple days, since you started working on Nebulon.
Like translating
yeah.
past magic to current magic.
Yeah, but it's not specific to that field of like how do werewolves work. So you're not
Yeah.
able to.
Anyway, that's my best guess. The
right.
short answer is no idea.
Well, I'm gonna find out when I leave.
But there is how many moons on Nebulon?
One.
There's only one moon here, so it sounds better than what you're dealing with over there.
Well, I also don't know if it's gonna affect me on the way to Nebulon, because
Probably, I would, if it's based on sight or some sort of distant, I don't know. I feel like you're not even gonna see the moons when you're traveling, so
we'll see.
yeah.
Because there might be other moons on the way to Nebulon.
Yeah. I mean, there will be other things you can see in the
Yeah.
sky.
There'll be bodies in the sky, yes.
All right. Well.
Cool.
Yeah. We'll see you. Hopefully, we'll see you soon.
Yeah, that'd be great. Stay safe, travel safe, enjoy space.
All right. Well, you guys hang up.
And there's two things I need to do.
Copy that. Let's do you first because we're going to come back to them probably for a long time.
Okay. First, I'm gonna go to the boy and be like, "Hey, Pickle, just talk to the friends.
And you didn't bring me?
I don't want to touch this thing."
Coward.
I say, totally trying to cover up the fact that I forgot to bring you.
Coward. Wait, is it seriously like that dangerous to touch it?
You and I have both been trapped inside these rocks after
I
touching.
don't know how it works. I was just asking a simple question. I'm sorry if you're getting this defensive on it. Wait, hold on. Did you just forget to bring me?
I did. I'm sorry.
Come on, you fuck.
I
Fine.
have a lot on my mind right now.
I know.
A lot more than you can even imagine.
How are they?
Renly interrupts himself
Yeah.
to say, yeah, we all know that this one only traps gods. That was the whole point of the Red Bull.
Shh.
You're not helping me now.
Thank you, Renly. How are they?
They're doing fantastic.
Did you hear that, Ilmir? They're doing fantastic. I could have asked that question, but no, he didn't bring me.
Anyway, the werewolf who's now white.
Eddie's white now?
Yeah, he's a white werewolf now.
Wait, what if he pees himself?
Then we will very much know.
Oh, that was going funny.
He says he wants to have your babies or something.
Oh, that's weird.
No, he just said he really misses you and
Oh.
is thinking about you a lot.
Hey, oh, I never told you this. Sally owes me like 20 gold.
That's what she said. She said that she owes you some gold for some reason, didn't disclose why, and said you're never getting it.
You guys both just keep having horrifying dreams of the dark land of katana wielding
Samurais.
weirdos.
Crazy. Well, anyway, glad that they're doing fine. You said So he's still cursed by.
Cursed? Oh, I don't know. He seems to be growing into it a little bit. I don't know.
Wasn't his whole entire thing for us to help him out with the.
Yes, and that is something, if he still wants it, we can figure it out for sure. Especially with you and I working together.
Well, specifically,
Yeah.
I don't know, just have a thought in regards to my godhood and my ascension.
No, here we go.
No, honestly, very exciting. What if there's a specific, I don't know, spell or an effort? Ooh, I like that. Ooh, like a writ. Oh my God, I like the word. I'm gonna use it. Like a writ that I can create, that I can imbue a little bit of my power in there, an elven power to use the moon as a lunar purification. Oh, look at me creating these names. I'm taking after you. Lunar purification. Might be able to heal him. Whether he likes it or not, I'm gonna heal him.
At least have the
How
option.
does that feel, Alan?
He doesn't even know.
No, that was personal. That was
Stories, you know that in ages past, there was a powerful spell called Moonbeam that some druids used in every combat, which, if it hit a changeling, would force him to revert to his true form.
Yeah. That's a cool note to make, but I'm not going to tell you that. That's an awesome theory. Keep dwelling on it for a while since you have plenty of time in there.
Hey, please, not too much longer.
I'm working on something. I'm working on it. But good news. They are on their way here.
Wait, like here?
What?
Like here?
Yeah, like here. Yeah.
What? How?
So it's very complicated, but apparently the ship is space-worthy. They're on their way.
What do you mean space-worthy?
Like the ship that flies
Like,
also flies in space.
is it like the next continent over? Like how?
We'll unravel.
far- wait.
We'll unravel that in the future. It's a lot. You'll need to see maps and diagrams to really process it. It's far.
Oh, I
But-
just got a sinking feeling in my stomach.
They're coming down, and we're gonna reconvene here.
The band's getting back together.
The band's getting back together for the first time in a while.
Wow.
But they still have like 16 days. Was it 16 days?
18.
It's an 18-day journey, but they have things to do before they can
Well,
leave.
20 days.
Like 20 to 25 days before they get here.
God, I gotta wait forever.
Hopefully by then I can get you out.
Sorry. Sorry,
And-
GM.
Alright, sorry I didn't take you to them.
Oh, it's okay.
I'm just, there's no real excuse except that I'm just overwhelmed and I just had a massive download and my head hurts a lot.
Take a nap.
Yeah, I might. All right, I'm gonna go do something real quick.
Okay.
Unravel.
I'll guess we'll just sit here and pontificate all these writs.
Yeah, why don't you just sit there for a while and
We gotta cut back to
Yeah.
Archonia.
All right.
You guys have finished up on Quirk, unless there's something you didn't tell me, and I think you guys are ready to head east to the Gray Sea, yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
That is correct.
All right. Well, you are traveling on a mission to find Gracebone. Where do you think you would look first? The last time that you guys met was at Lowlight. Before that, at Earthstall, and before that, at Crystal Shore. Crystal Shore is the city where you guys started this whole thing. And it's where Grace Bonnie is based in. But of course, she is a naval captain, so she may or may not be there when you're up.
Doesn't she have a seeing stone? I mean, a contact stone thing?
Well,
She was not part of your whole fleet thing.
I would say that because we have contact with the gnomes, who are in contact with the navy, with the navy person there,
Oh yeah.
and they could pass along the message to Grace to meet us in Lindomere, which is where we're dropping off Brother Briar and where we're picking up supplies for our 2-month journey.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't mind meeting her there. Yeah.
Meeting Grace at Lindermere.
Mhm.
That'll work. So it'll take 2 or 3 days for you guys to get to Lindermere. I'm gonna have Sally roll me a sail check for this. You can add, I'll say Dex to this.
Okay. That is 2 6s.
Man.
Hey,
You are all
go.
right.
That
You're
is-
an all or nothing roller.
I really
Yeah,
am.
honestly.
So what's the total then?
6 plus 3 is no, that's 15, 16.
Jeez.
So you make incredible time towards Lindermere, even though you are intentionally tacking the ship back and forth in wide arcs to keep an eye out for the champion, knowing, of course, the champion cannot fly and therefore will not make as good a time to Lindermere as you will. You spot the champion somewhere still west of Earthstall. I'm not going to bother putting it up on the map, but before you even sort of round that big peninsula to get up to Lindermere, you have already spotted the champion on its way to meet you.
Okay. Don't mind, Captain. I'll go and speak with her.
Oh, absolutely, unless you want us to set ship down. But I guess it makes more sense you could just fly on down.
Yeah. I mean, I'll meet you there anyway.
Sounds good.
So
All right, Eddie,
yeah,
on you go.
yeah, I'm gonna go fly down with my new white wings. And also, when I change now, it does feel different to me. Like, it's not like before where I used to change. It almost feels like it's more precise now, the change. Before it was more like a feeling, but now I feel like I know exactly what's going on with these forms. Because I am now using metamorph to change instead of the skin shifter abilities. So when I do it, before it was more like a feeling, but now my physical change is down to a DNA level of preciseness. So I really know how to fly now. So I fly down onto the ship, onto the champion.
Well, you see the captain's hat from straight above, so you land near there, and there is a different woman under that hat.
No. And okay, I settle and I say, "Don't be alarmed. It's Eddie Bones."
We know. And she pulls a pistol, as does
Oh.
everyone else on deck.
Oh.
The cursed man.
Wait. This is the champion, isn't it?
Yes, I bet you expected to find your girlfriend here.
Who are you?
What?
My name is Ola, Captain Ola. I've been placed in command of the champion upon the arrest of Grace Bonnie.
No.
Oh, shit.
What did she do?
What did we
She
do?
aided and abetted you in attempting
Yep.
to overthrow the Acladorian Navy.
Yep.
Didn't we get a pardon for that?
You flat out never did that.
We got a pardon from Lowlight, but Lowlight is only that part, not the whole entire Acladorian.
Your pardon
Naval.
from the murderous false king
Yep.
holds no
There
sway
we go.
anywhere in the Grey Sea, especially not on his own homeland. The new popularly elected regents of Lowlight are now recognized by the Acladorian Alliance. And Grace Bonnie, for all her rabble-rousing, will not be here to help you with your plots and plans anymore.
They submitted to the dragons.
Of course.
Okay. Let's calm down.
Oh, I'm very calm.
I don't think you quite understand what you're doing right now. I'm on a great mission, and I just wanted to talk to Grace. And if you get in the way of that, it might not bode well for your crew.
Fire.
All right.
All right. 20 bullets get fired at you.
Let's roll the tape back.
Oh,
Let's fucking go.
do it.
Can you guys roll? Can you replay all that in reverse?
Okay. Back on the ship. Grace has been taken.
What?
Wait, you can only rewind 6 seconds.
Yeah.
That was not
Oh.
6 seconds.
That was a lot longer than 6 seconds. You're already down on the champion.
Oh, I'm still on the champion?
Yeah, you were talking to this woman for much more than 6 seconds.
Oh, I thought we would.
But you have 6 seconds to escape.
But you can rewind to before you threatened her and she told everyone to fire. You can absolutely do that. Because she said fire after you said, you know, if you try to stop me, it won't go well for you. Before that, they were just holding you at gunpoint.
Man.
Decisions.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go back regardless. How far? So I'm still on the champion, and she's still in front of me, right?
Yes.
Um,
Find out where she's being held.
yeah, I need to find that out.
If you can.
Good
luck, don't fuck it up.
Damage on one of those handheld hurlings.
1d12.
10d12.
Exactly how many people were aiming guns at me?
20.
20.
Yeah.
And were they all her crew?
They're all her crew.
So her crew went against her.
Oh, you're asking if these were Grace Bonnie's crew?
Yeah.
You're not sure. You recognize some of them, but you didn't pay much attention to who her crew was.
Dang it, dude. Because I'm already on there, and they already see me as who I am when I got there, right?
Yeah.
And so everyone there knows.
They know you're a flying werewolf. The fact
Flying
that you're
werewolf.
white doesn't really faze them. They're like, there's only one flying werewolf.
All right, well, this is gonna phase them. I use Shadow God.
Shadow
Yes,
of the
you
God?
do.
Yeah, Shadow
Yes,
of the
you
God.
do.
Hell yeah. Oh, Shadow of God. Yeah.
Shadow of
I
God.
got it.
So as soon as I see them all putting the guns at me, I'm gonna try to make it seem like this is a futile thing, and I'm gonna fully express the terrible majesty of my power.
Fuck yeah.
Yes, you fucking do.
Terror of
Yeah.
your awe. The
Yeah.
terror and awe of your presence forces one hit die creatures to make a morale check. These are all regular soldiers, so that's what they're going to be. Or naval officers to fight or impede you unless desperate. Here comes their check.
Yeah, I have not attacked them yet, so I don't think they're desperate.
Wait, what does your form look like?
So it's, I'm gonna say it's the werewolf form, but now it's white, but I get bigger, and the wings kind of spread out further, and I just attain this very angelic form, basically.
Nice.
And
Aura.
the aura comes out, and maybe I have a bunch of I don't know if this also includes material possessions on my body, like maybe godly gauntlets or robe or whatever. But I just try to appear as majestic and powerful as I can be.
That's a different rip, by the way. That's regalia. It's
It is.
something. Whatever.
It is up to twice your regular size.
Yeah.
Are you going to be the full size?
Twice my regular size. That means I would
A
be
bigger target.
You're probably already 9 feet tall.
Well,
Hybrid.
but yeah, no, I'm gonna do the max size and just hover there in place. Yeah.
Question,
gonna-
physics question.
Yeah.
Does his weight increase?
No, because it's only like a glamour.
Oh, okay. All right. I was like tipping the boat right there.
I'm,
Eddie, you're a bigger target now.
but hopefully.
okay, so I said 20 guns were pointed at you. Rather than roll morale checks for each of them, I am going to have you roll a D100.
Oh, for
Interesting.
para qué?
If you get 20 or higher, all the guns drop.
20 or higher?
Hey.
There's basically a 1 in 5 chance that
There's
some
like-
of them will not be.
Even the captain?
Yeah.
Okay, I got 40 and a 0.
Okay.
That's 40.
So,
right?
40.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everyone is friggin' terrified. You turn into this. It's not just the appearance. It's like there's this aura of majesty and intimidation about you. You are a psychic werewolf from space. You're a fucking monster. They are. All the guns literally drop out of nerveless fingers. They back up against the railings in terror. The captain backs away from you, runs into the helmsman, who turns and runs away, and the captain falls backwards.
Yeah,
On her butt.
and now I hover towards her, my eyes are glowing white, and I pick her up by the thing and I say, "Where's Grace Bonnie?
In the brig below, we arrested her at sea.
Free her at once."
She's a drooling idiot. She
Oh,
is
I-
incapable of obeying.
All right, well, I take the keys then, if she hasn't.
She doesn't have them, but you're a psychic werewolf from
Yeah.
space. You can get her out of the cell.
Okay, so yeah, I just go to the cell and I rip,
Big werewolf from space.
and I rip the door open, or whatever.
And Grace
And-
Bonnie goes, "Hey, you came."
My hero.
Is this Grace?
Yeah.
She's not at all surprised.
No, her boyfriend's a psychic werewolf from space.
But I am white now.
Yeah.
But
No, I think you know Grace well enough to know that she's putting on not being surprised. She's just
Yeah.
like, every fucking time I see Eddie, it's some new fucking thing. First he was all covered in scars, then he was a werewolf, then he could fly, now he's gigantic and white.
absolutely fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Well, I take her and I say, "I'm saving you."
Oh, good. I needed that, actually.
Okay.
Normally I would say don't do that, but yeah, let's go.
All right, I grab her and I fly back up to this.
Mm-hmm.
And on the way up, I say, "So, what happened to your crew?"
Well, it turns out they were Ola's crew. Ola apparently received orders behind my back from some of the Admiralty to place me under arrest.
See, admirals.
So
All evil, huh?
that means you don't. So that means she took your ship.
Yeah, she took the ship. And according to the Aquadorian Navy, it's her ship.
So you have been stripped of your rank.
She looks down. She's in her underwear because that was her captain's outfit that Ola was wearing.
I say, "I'm sorry. I know that meant your rank and your ship meant a lot to you.
Yeah.
Seems like you're taking it pretty well."
Well, it's been a few days.
Well, I got.
Listen, I don't know what to do about this. I can't. I was accused of crimes that not only I didn't commit, but that didn't exist. Clearly, someone is manipulating the Admiralty, or they themselves have turned against me. There was no reason for any of this, other than you, I think. Your name came up a lot.
Well, I have been around.
Yeah, that's what all the ladies tell me.
But Grace. Well, but I think at this point we get back up to the ship.
Yeah, Sally
yeah.
and well, not Corinthian doesn't see anything, but
Yeah.
Sally, you see a gigantic version of Eddie set down Grace Bonnie in her underwear. You don't know anything else that happened.
I'm like, that's a new form. And then I'm like, you guys are really kinky.
Oh, come on, we're all sailors here.
And I say,
I have to rib Eddie a little.
I say, Captain, Grace just lost her crew and her ship.
What?
She's been accused of, what was it again?
Conspiring to overthrow the Aquadorian Navy.
That's bullshit.
I know.
Destiny?
I think
Probably.
it had to be, right? Like,
Well,
Do you know which admiral the order came down from?
no, it wasn't given to me. It was given to the person who was my second, Olaf,
How would she have received that information?
the last time we were at port, but she didn't act on it until we were out at sea again.
well,
And she had written orders.
Yeah, but I didn't see them.
Grace, what do you want to do? Because, well, actually, maybe I should tell you some things first, because that may sway what you want to do.
Okay.
This whole thing that happened to me,
But I was going to ask about that.
yeah. So I explained to her the whole
Do you
story.
turn off your majesty?
Yeah. I turn off the majesty and I go back to regular Eddie.
But you're still white.
But I'm still
Still
white.
Werewolf.
Yeah. And I go and I start to tell her the whole, basically everything up until what happened yesterday.
Okay.
And I tell her about the stone, me touching the stone, about them being off world, and about me possibly have to leave for at least 20 days if we're lucky. And all that stuff. And yeah.
So back up 1 second. The woman was a machine?
Yes. Machine. From the past,
What?
and she had a stone that gave me all these powers, including the captain.
Okay. So what exactly do you mean by space?
So, you see in the sky, you see those little white stars? Yeah.
Yeah.
So imagine going there, but in a ship.
What do you mean going? Like up and touching
Yeah.
a star?
Yeah, like going up, and just keep going up until you.
So like this ship
The ship can go past that.
past the stars.
Yes.
Sally? Is this bullshit?
We haven't tested it yet. I've been spending some time trying to figure it out. But
I'm so sorry.
No problem.
I'll drop the little
all
thing.
indications, all information says yes, we are going to travel the stars.
I'll be completely honest. It doesn't. I'm 50-50 on whether it's
Are
bullshit or
you
not.
sure you
Who's
don't
this?
want? Oh, this is Brother Briar. By the way, are you sure you don't want Eddie to regrow your eyes? Wouldn't you want to see traveling the stars?
Regrow his eyes?
Yeah.
You guys have been gone like a week and a half.
A lot has happened. But Grace, I know this is sudden, but we are leaving. We do have to leave soon, but if you want, you can come with us.
I don't think that I have anywhere else to go, Eddie.
Oh.
Captain, if you'll have me on board, I'll join the crew.
You, a naval person, want to sign the charter as a pirate?
A pirate? You just told me you're flying to stars to save the world.
We still have this charter.
Explain what pirate means.
Well, currently it means rescuing some friends.
Yes, I think we've changed the term pirate.
Yeah, I don't think there's any pirates here.
But it would be great to have her on the team, Captain.
Before I was a captain, I was a master of arms. I can lead people in a fight.
That's Eddie's position.
Well, actually, if she can lead people in a fight, I'm not great in regards to strategically placing folk militaristically. I have a good mind when it comes to inspiring and generally coming up with a good idea, but how to execute that idea, I don't know. So while I see your desire for her to be with you, maybe, just maybe, it would be more important for her to stay here to help with overtaking Lowland.
Brother, I'm sorry, but no. I've been trying to get Grace to be on this ship for a while.
Brother Briar, it is possible that I may be able to help in that regard if things were different. But first of all, your eyes are bleeding.
Yeah, sorry.
You might want to look to that. But second, I'm now a wanted fugitive from the Ecuadorian Navy. Whatever you're going to be up to is going to be a lot harder with me around.
Pirate.
Yes.
So you would be doing some piracy.
No. Pirates are like bandits, but of the sea. That's what makes someone a pirate.
I was only being facetious.
Okay.
I don't see any pirates
because
here.
It seems like nobody under Sally's command knows what a pirate is.
They
Grace,
don't. They really don't.
Bonnie, whether or not we are currently in the act of piratry,
Piratry?
yes,
Uh-huh.
is one thing, but in the future we may. Would this pose an
I
issue
want to
with
shoot with a pirate hat now.
You know what? One thing at a time. Can I have a coat?
Yeah. Well, I give her a coat.
I'm like, well, the view's very nice.
Yeah, I know. I work hard, but you know, it's getting cold. We're way up in the sky. By the way, how cold is it up there?
Oh, we don't know exactly, but we do think that the ship will protect us from the elements. So,
You think that, huh?
yeah.
Well,
We've gotten, like I said in my story, we've gotten a lot of word from this guy named Grieve, who is like an Archon. Now I'm an
Right,
Archon.
the Invisible Man.
The Invisible Man.
Yeah.
And Grace, I promise you, this is gonna be great. You won't regret it. You won't regret it.
Well, I've always wanted to see space, even though I just heard of it. Let's go.
Awesome.
Briar,
Ink.
I'm sure that there are military experts in Wintermere who already respect you.
you might want to purge the Admiralty, though.
Well, is it something you're even able to do? Eddie said you only did it on a monkey or something.
Oh, that kind of
Actually, am I able to see her? Like, if she's cursed?
You don't have your stomach.
Oh shit, that's right. The teacher's not here. Fuck. Well,
I
don't know. I was able to do it with Mark, yes, but we have not tried it with, well, a human, I suppose, akin. So, I don't know if you're... Oh, I've never seen her. No, I've never seen her before. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that Annan once did the song thing on her and she was clear.
Yeah.
because I don't think Destiny would be
Yeah.
after
But that
her
would-
if she wasn't clear,
Yeah.
unless it's a trick.
That too.
Yeah.
It's a double blind.
well, the song is only a temporary liberation.
Right, but it shows you who has it.
Okay, well, how about this? I have no idea. Just in case, can I try it on you?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna try.
I'm not entirely sure,
So
but
we won't know if it's successful or
give me your hands.
And I say, Briar, are you sure this is gonna work?
To be honest, I don't know.
How about you try it on? How about you try it on me first?
You're not.
Great idea. Eddie could take it.
We already know 100% that Eddie doesn't have
Yeah,
destiny, though.
Eddie, you're not plagued by this.
I know. I just want to make sure you don't accidentally hurt my girl here.
Well, there's no pain in it from, at least if Mark was lying to us, there seems to be no pain in it.
All right.
And plus, if...
All right, just do the trick so I can go to bed.
Very well. If she gives me her hands, I'm going to try to connect with her spiritually.
With your eyes closed. I was doing this the hard way.
I am recalling that feeling of movement that I felt within Mock, sensing it in her, trying to connect and see where that buildup of the curse is, and try to force it out of her body and into me, knowing that once it touches me, those what even are they? Those, well, the plague, for lack of a better word, dies within me.
Okay, yeah. My laptop just died. I was going to look at your sheet. What's your magic skill at?
My magic is at 4. Wait, correction. It's at, this is Annan's. It is at, pulling up Corinthians right now, 3.
3, not bad. So yeah, I'm gonna say do magic plus constitution to try and basically feel her as though she's you.
Okay, that is 10. However, I can succeed on non-combat skill checks. Oh no, sorry. This is the re-rolling. Yeah, that's what it is. Re-rolling if I fail. So it was a 10 flat.
So because of the nature of what you're trying to learn right now and what the answer to your question is, 10 actually is a failure, but this is something you can try for as long as you want. So I'm going to say eventually you with that ability, you can re-roll it, yeah?
So 12 is an automatic success based on my legate, which says succeed non-combat skills at a DC 12.
Great, you've done it.
You've done
What
it.
you've done is, so when you did it with Mock, it was before you touched the enhancement. And at that time, it was sort of a very faint thing that you sort of sensed with a sense other than the 5 normal ones for you. It was like a 5th sense. But you barely detected it even that way. It was almost like I think I described at the time, as though you were feeling something with your heart. In this moment, you are able, partly because of the enhancement orb and the greater grounding that it gave you in all of your abilities, you are able to tap into that sense much more powerfully and much more in a much more controlled and focused manner. And that is why you are able to reach out to Grace Bonnie with that same feeling and know for sure that she is not infected.
She was not infected at all?
At all. She does not have destiny in her.
Well, good news. You're not infected. At all. Not because of anything I did, but there's nothing wrong with you.
It seems like if there was, that he would have just made me stop instead of having me arrested.
It's true.
Or he could have made her try to kill me in some way. Because I have been very vulnerable around her many times.
Well, here's the thing, at least in this moment. This could all be part of a ploy. However, upon identifying that she has nothing, we know now for sure she's not going to.
Great.
Can someone give me a hammock?
No, yeah. I was like, yeah, I'll take it.
Is this poor lady naked?
No.
She's in her underwear, but it's like Navy officer underwear. It's like
I don't know.
Well, get Grace settled
Yeah.
in your bunk.
It's like old timey underwear when it was basically clothes. It's like that.
I show her around and I take her down.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you've been sleeping in the infirmary, right? So you're gonna put her there, or are you gonna? She was planning to just take a hammock.
No, I put it in my place.
All right.
Can I have a short moment?
Yes. Well, I was just gonna do that.
Okay, great. So I'm on the floor working, and I think as more and more memories are coming back to me, the pressure of doing all this stuff, it all happened so fast and so quick that I start to get into like almost a panic attack mode, because there's a lot that's happened, and so I excuse myself for a minute and I go to a quiet space in my room. Brentley's not even there, it's just me. And I am going to use, after remembering what I looked like back then, I'm going to use Restrain Casting to cast a high magic spell called Adopt the Simulacral Visage and create a perfect disguise, essentially, of my original body. And what you see is a race that doesn't currently exist, as far as I know, on this planet. Kind of a light blue skin. Imagine almost a mix between a tiefling and an elf. I guess an elf is kind of just a tiefling and a demon, right? Anyway, there's horns, long dark hair with white highlights, and like prismatic eyes that almost shimmer like a universe or like a galaxy.
Blue skin, white hair, you said?
Dark hair with white highlights.
Oh,
Yeah. And I just look in a mirror and take in this image that I have not seen in millennia, 2 million years. And I break down. I think all of that information, all of that history just coming back to me, it's a lot. And I collapsed in that moment.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Did you want to do anything else?
I think if I have time after that,
We're gonna do this, and we'll have one more scene, and that'll be the night.
okay, then I would taking the time to like process the emotions of getting all that back. I think I can finally work with a clearer head and make good progress on this chip and hopefully finish it soon. But I think holding me back was that moment of...
Do you think experiencing that has made Asarius feel angry again, like he was in the old days? Or is it something else?
There's definitely anger, but I think it's more at himself for the first time. Like really truly at himself, for what he's done. If, like, just going through his character this entire time, he's always kind of like had an excuse or passed the blame or, you know, a reason for everything he's been doing, but actually remembering it all now and being able to, because I think ignorance is bliss in a way, you know. Yeah. He really kind of just forgot all the bad stuff, kept some of the highlights, and I think he's angry at himself, and he, for the first time, truly, because you guys didn't know this, but this whole time I was still thinking, maybe how can I kill the god still? How can I get rid of it? Like, I've been looking for magic spells and things to kind of still do what he's wanted to do. And I think this is like the first time he's really changed his mind and just wants to fix and repair what he can from what he's done.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thanks.
All right, you other three arrive in Linnermere.
Mm-hmm.
Your purpose here to drop off Corinthian Briar, where he will try to repair the residents of Linnermere and lead the distraction/revolt against the dragons.
He'll be fine.
As I step off the ship, I just turn back to them. I am sorry for all the trouble that I caused. I know I can't. I can't repay for the life that was lost, or even the lies that were told. I can feign and blame destiny all I want, but it was my voice, it was my body. All I can do is promise to do my best here at Linnermere to lead this rebellion. And I thank you at least for that trust. If there's anything I can do, if there's anything you ever need, understand that Linnermere, by my voice, is yours.
I would say you saved my life, Brother Briar. And yes, terrible things happened on my ship. I would say if there's anything you could do in that regard when the rest of my crew get here, is that you take care of them.
Of course.
Good luck, brother. No hard feelings.
I hope there's none. You are very wise beyond all your years. You have something special with you, and I'm proud to see that you're taking it and moving into it.
I am too.
And then he heals him real fast and runs away.
No, well, I do extend for a handshake though.
I do sense it. I was like, should I just fuck with him? No, I sense it.
Okay.
I go on.
That's it.
And then I'm like, group. No, I don't think
Extra
that.
effort for that handshake.
And I say, best of luck. You better be alive when we get back.
Oh, I should hope so as well. Now there's a lot of work that needs to be done, and I turn to the Citadel. A whole kingdom to be saved. And I start walking.
Take care. Be careful. You know Destiny is going to come after you again.
The first person that you guys see walking up to Corinthian as you guys depart is a man in golden armor that you left here to
Oh.
guard.
I make out with him.
He's a great kisser.
Yeah.
Oh wait, are we leaving Mock with him too, or did we drop him off? Or drop
Mock
him
is
off?
that?
Mock is on the ship.
I thought Mock. We sent Mock to.
Yes, he. Oh yes, that's right.
You never.
Right. No, can we,
We should do
retcon
that.
that we're
We should do
having the Giants drop him
No,
off to
I'm-
Dominus?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna leave Mock with brother, and brother was gonna go either take him to his camp or whatever.
That's right, because we're leaving you to implement the
Yeah,
plan, which is going to take time.
Copy. Okay, so
and-
you'll come with me, and then I'll.
So you now Mock and Heron.
And the
Yeah.
treasures.
And the treasure.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
So yeah, the Wayfarer sails away. Wow. Up and up and up beyond the sky.
Do things start changing on the ship as we get closer?
It does get colder and colder, but then as you reach a point where the blue of the sky starts to fall away before you and be replaced by like night black. At the same time as that happens, the temperature on the ship stabilizes and comes back up to a comfortable level by itself.
Was there an
By the
extra
compass.
button we had to press or a sword twist?
No, it just happened.
And there they
Teacher
sail to
repaired
the
it.
stars
In the
without
last session.
number.
Remember, there had been a previous time to go up, and you had no atmosphere, but teacher repaired the machine. And I know I said that was going to be the last scene, but there's one more thing I want to do. I want to come back to Nebulon real quick. I want you to make you a fix now.
Mm-hmm.
Please make a fix check with intelligence.
Luckily, I remember those numbers.
We have coins.
Oh, that's not bad though.
12
Altogether?
altogether.
It's enough. Remember, this does not mean that you've fixed everything. There's a lot more problems to solve.
There's a list of things we gotta make too.
But working backwards from how your stone was from the inside, and knowing what the original command word to release gods was, even though it's been changed, you free Ann and Beck from this stone.
Yeah.
I lay sprawled on the floor.
Naked.
Hi, Pickle.
I feel like I've been falling for 100 years.
And that's where we're gonna break.